time to get to the first fight of the night. Without any further ado, we'll actually open the night with one of those Najeed twins. Younes Najeed, there on the left, in front of the Eiffel Tower. His opponent tonight, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Here's our tail of the tape for the first bout of the night. Younes Najeed, 38 years old. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is 37. 𝗘𝗨 is 1 inch taller, but the reach advantage on the arms belongs to Younes Najeed. Longer legs on 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
All right, keys to victory. So as Stefan mentioned, the taekwondo kicks of Younes Najeed. Body lock takedowns and neck attacks, of course, will supplement those kicks. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, he's got to have a busy lead hand and stay off the fence, and then in those grappling exchanges, he can't stop until he's on top or back on his feet.
Andy Shepherd starts the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Accor Arena here in Paris, France, and welcome to PFL Europe. Tonight, many of our athletes begin their 2024 season, but we begin with a special showcase bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a jiu-jitsu specialist and stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 185 pounds and holds a record of 4 wins and 6 losses. Fighting out of Carcassonne, France, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. He went in officially at 186 pounds and holds a record of 6 victories and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Paris, France, the scientist, Younes Najeed. Your referee in charge, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
The scientist in the black trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, the octopus in the white. As we get underway in Paris, France.
You can see that taekwondo style straight away. Loose, bouncing, hands down. There's a power low kick.
Right under the knee, where it hurts the most. Back to back. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 offers one. Younes Najeed moves just outside of the range. Hands all the way down for Najeed.
Exchanging low kicks here, but if I'm reading this correctly, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's feeling a little pain in that lead leg. The way that he's stepping rather sheepishly on it might draw his attention away from higher kicks.
Najeed trying to lure him in. Kicks so easily, he moves his legs so easily.
𝗘𝗨 showed a lot of respect just to that stance, that posture. Now offers one, just misses up top. Goes for this duck under. Oh, now 𝗘𝗨 going for a knee bar.
Got it.
Deep and right. Tricky submission attempt.
Wow!
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 with the knee bar early.
That's why he's called the octopus.
Clever work by the octopus to open the card in Paris.
Gentlemen, referee 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 calls a halt to the action at 1 minute and 10 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner via submission to a heel hook, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, 4 submission victories now in his pro mixed martial arts career, and that one the most impressive by far.
By far and a long way. A very, very technical and tricky submission. You can see he chases the neck straight away, but you can see Younes's leg is left in between, and that's where 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 attacks. Look at that, beautiful. Stays on the knee, stays clamped onto it, and Younes is trying to clear his knee line, but it's just not happening. Very, very nice. And we didn't even get a smile out of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 on the victory. I think that's going to sink in a couple of hours' time when he realizes what he's just achieved.
Well, wait until he watches the replay back with his coaches. I mean, that's exactly why you work on it in the gym. That's exactly what you're looking to do when you're getting to those long, grueling grappling practices. There's the Eiffel Tower, iconic landmark here in Paris. And I told you, this fight potentially could set the tone. Now, this might be wishful thinking, but are we looking for finish after finish after finish in a night like tonight? Because that was a great start to the card. Now, that was a showcase middleweight bout. Now we'll get to some welterweight regular season action here in PFL Europe. This is how the welterweight bracket looks. We'll have 3 of the 4 regular season bouts tonight. The next one, our next event, will host 1 welterweight bracket. We'll figure that out for the playoffs. Here's our tail of the tape for this first regular season bout of the evening. 𝗟𝗏𝗢𝗄 is 33 years of age, 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘 25. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘 is also the taller fighter here at 6'1". That translates into a reach advantage on both the arms and the leg.
All right, let's take a look at keys to victory. So Tomasz Węgowski, aggressive start, as I said, multi-strike combinations, volume will be the key. And he's got to keep a high guard on the break because he's got to expect those long legs to come whipping around the sides. But 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘 maintain distance and kick the body. And if he gets into a clinch, he can strike as it breaks. That's where he will do his best work.
Andy Shepherd, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a wrestling specialist and stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. He weighed in officially 170.9 pounds and has earned a professional MMA record of 7 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. Fighting at the Balingen, Germany, Florent 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a kickboxing specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 169.5 pounds and in his 10-fight career has built a record of 6 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Kiel, Belgium, Tomasz Węgowski. Your referee in charge, 𝗟𝗏𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚.
𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧 in the green trunks tonight. Węgowski is in the black. Winner advances
Fight!
in the welterweight regular season.
You can see the caution from Węgowski about those legs of 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧. He's got to keep that guard real high. He can't be biting on those feints. It could be an early night for him.
𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧 already switching stances. Give a couple looks to Węgowski here.
This is already very disciplined from Tomasz Węgowski. With 30 seconds in, he's not throwing a punch yet. There we go. There's the first shot.
The jab to the body. 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧 offers an attack with his leg to the chest and then goes to that calf kick.
Good discipline here from Węgowski, who now moves into range. But of course, the risk of charging into range is dealing with the wrestling of 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧.
From a single to a body lock. Węgowski using the fence to stay upright though. Trying to create distance.
Good underhook there. Nice leg placement as well, causing 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧 some real problems. Trying to step over, as you can see.
Big John McCarthy, part of our broadcast crew tonight, joining us remotely. He'll be weighing in on rules and strategy and all the good stuff. Big John, we see 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧 taking the back of Węgowski here, and the ref steps in to warn against grabbing the fence.
Yeah, very smart move by 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧. If he's got an advantage in this fight, it's in the wrestling department. He is very good there, so he's smart for trying to take this to the ground.
We'll be checking in with Big John throughout the night. Zendelli now on the back. Łągowski did a great job getting himself back to the feet, more of a neutral position, but again, Zendelli putting
Don't
Polish
slack
fighter
on
on
the
the mat.
And Łągowski needs to be calm here, patient. He's pushing the head away from Zendelli to create space. It's difficult for Zendelli to move forward here in this position, and he's back to his feet. Great job by Łągowski.
Nice right hand. Zendelli giving a couple different looks.
Good takedown defense here from Łągowski.
And he's really disciplined, Dan, as you said. Nicknames in MMA are earned, and there's a reason why he's called the Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Not giving up any of these positions easily. An exchange of knees against the fence.
I think we might see one of these guys trying to break and strike in a moment.
Don't grip the fence.
Zendelli's very good at striking on the break,
Don't
especially
grip
when he
the
knows
fence.
he can level change back into a clinch.
They're fighting hard for wrist control here. When you can control the wrists here, you can control the position, because you decide when you can break from this position then.
See this hand fighting back going on here. Nice underhook by Łągowski.
Look at that sacrifice by Łągowski to get himself. Thought maybe a takedown, but got him off the fence.
I like that little approving nod from Łągowski as well as they separated. Now who's more fatigued though? That's the question. There's a lot of wrestling early. The crowd are making some noise for these guys.
I think this is a big confidence boost for Łągowski to survive that first onslaught with the wrestling. Zendelli right now confounding the striking offense of Łągowski with the stance switches.
He's really trying to read Łągowski. And of course, with the kind of kicking game he has, he can surprise him any moment. Beautiful job by Zendelli. He's got the rear naked.
Level change and right to the back. That's where you have to be disciplined against Zendelli.
He's got the hand behind the neck, but he's got it on the chin. It's not under the chin yet, but you can still finish it from here.
Plenty of time to work as well. A minute left on the clock here in the first round of this welterweight regular season bout.
Oh, that was a good move. Couple of strikes. Now he's in on the neck. He's going to get this.
Tight squeeze.
He's out.
Łągowski is out. Zendelli moves on.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee calls a halt to the action at 4 minutes and 11 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner via submission to a rear naked choke, Florent Zendelli!
Take a look at the tail of the tape here. Alex Čižov, 26 years of age. Daniela Skatici is 30. Čižov, 6 feet tall. That makes him 3 inches taller than Skatici. Both men came in under that 155-pound limit. Reach advantage on the arm, fairly significant, a full 6 inches for Čižov. Both men turned in a 40-inch measurement on the leg.
So keys to victory, Alex Čižov, takedown defense and punches to the body. And if he can land some knees in the clinch, that will all be an investment into those later rounds if Skatici starts to slow down. Skatici wrestle early and strike while he's passing the guard to give Čižov something else to think about. And then as those scrambles start from Čižov, look to snag that guillotine.
Andy Shepherd to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is a PFL Europe regular season contest in a lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a judo specialist and stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 154.3 pounds and in his 19th professional fight has earned a record of 12 wins and 7 losses. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, Daniele Skatici! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 154.9 pounds and holds a record of 10 victories and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Orléans, Latvia, Alex Pretty Boy Čižov! Your referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard adds his considerable influence to the smart cage tonight. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 versus 𝗘𝗨𝗥. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 in the blue trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗥 in the black. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 opens things with a front kick and a right hand.
Very accurate that cross was.
You saw the speed early from both of these men.
This is the 𝗘𝗨𝗥 we want to see. A lot more intensity already from him than we've seen last year.
High kick caught there. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 went up high, and Alex 𝗘𝗨𝗥 grabbed the right leg, pulled over right into this takedown.
Now that's an interesting turn of events. He may have recognized that was a powerful kick and might just need a moment to gather himself here. Or was this the game plan coming in to take 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 by surprise?
I definitely think he felt the power and was like, let's go to the mat for a little bit.
Working hard, my goodness. But interestingly, he's moving 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣 over towards his corner. So he's going to have Dave Roach in the corner as 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 being able to coach him through these positions. And we know 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's dangerous off his back.
Nice pass there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥, man.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 into the half guard here.
Smooth. Trying for a Darce choke, it looks like it, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 recognizes it.
He'll be so familiar with these positions, it'll be difficult for 𝗘𝗨𝗥 to catch him. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 now looking for a sweep here.
He's got a guillotine locked in.
Leg attack here from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. 50-50.
Got the angle and position.
He's got the knee line controlled, he's got his legs triangled. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is giving this the respect it deserves. You can see that control of the wrist of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 trying to slow this position down so he can clear the knees and get himself free of this very, very dangerous position.
Now that leg is all by itself. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's trying to go for the inside heel hook here.
Beautiful!
Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 with the submission victory! Another first round finish.
Ankle locks is not something you see a lot anymore. Beautiful job there.
And switching from the outside heel hook to the inside heel hook. Beautiful work, very, very clever. That's the danger you see. You take a guy down with those kind of grappling skills, and we know what he can do off his back.
And 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is shaking that leg out. That was a really nasty twist. I mean, Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 off his back.
Heel hooks are some of the scariest submissions in MMA.
Walking through these replays here, first the head kick step.
Yeah, you definitely see he connected. Even if it was only the toes, you can feel the power there in that shot. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 got the opportunity to take it down. In the end, he paid for it. Here we see that he's got both legs and 𝗘𝗨𝗥's trying to roll, and that brings this heel in position to 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 to lock him up. And with the kind of physical strength 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 has, you don't need to do a lot, and you don't need to make a big movement when you have a heel hook like that to do a ton of damage with the knee, especially. Beautiful submission there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣.
Following 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣 in the footsteps of his sister. How about that? Putting the division on notice. He was supposed to be a knockout artist, Stefan. That's his third submission victory.
Still very young, very much developing. Great fighter, one to watch for the future.
Cagenomics stats bundle. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 with the straight strikes down the middle. And then you saw the looping attacks coming from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣. He had the big head kick that led to him being taken down. Didn't bother him. Worked off his back. Gets the submission victory. 50 work. Andy Shepard has the official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Mark Goddard calls a halt to the action at 1 minute and 59 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by submission to a heel hook, Daniela 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣.
Let's go!
All right, let's pass this up to Sean, who's in the smart cage with 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗍.
All right, I'm here with the winner, 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗍. Incredible work. Let's talk first about the high kick. You know, you're a knockout artist, you have 5 knockout victories, and you saw 𝗟𝗨𝗥 was attacking with the jab, he was going with the straights. I saw you try to land a couple hooks, and you came high with the head kick. Were you surprised when he caught it?
Not really, not really. Everything was prepared. I was ready to use my left hand with the left high kick, and I see after it was hurt. So he tried to wrestle with me, but it's not good that they are wrestler to be judging with me, guy.
Well, let's talk about that. Usually a takedown's a good thing. He gets on top, and from the bottom, you get the sweep, you get to the 50-50, you start attacking the legs. As soon as you had one leg by itself, did you know it was over?
Yeah, to be honest, yes. I was just trying to understand this balance using my inside hook, butterfly, Y guard. When I see the opportunity for the heel hook, I went straight away.
Is that inside heel hook something you've been working on in training?
Not really, not really. It went just alone because I always do this kind of things.
All right, so now you move on in our lightweight regular season. You've seen a look at all the other fighters. How do you think you match up as you move on and chase $100,000 in PFL Europe?
First things, I'm really happy to fight here and against someone good like 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, because trust me, his record speak for him. He's really good, and I think in the beginning everyone underestimated a little bit the poor Italian, like my sister. But now here I am, and I'm ready to win this tournament.
Moving on in our lightweight season, 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 by first round submission. Take a look at our tail of the tape for this regular season bout. Conor Hughes, 26 years of age. 𝗟𝗃𝗏𝗏 Ball is 5 years older, and you can see Conor Hughes, the much taller fighter here, 5'11" to 5'6", in that height matchup. Of course, that often translates to a reach advantage, and it does for Conor Hughes. 3 inches on the arms and 5 on the legs for the Englishman.
Now, I'll be honest, the keys to victory were difficult because both these guys kind of occupy the same spaces. But Conor Hughes has a kickboxing background, so kicks with punches will be a key. Takedowns against the fence, of course, and ground and pound is his bread and butter in this fight. But 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 Ball slipping and countering, and if he can hold the center, then he's going to have a better time defending takedowns. And if he does get taken down, he's got to win top position.
Copy that. Andy Shepherd gets the fight going.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight continues our lightweight regular season. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a boxing specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 154.9 pounds and holds a pro MMA record of 10 victories, 3 defeats and 1 draw. Fighting out of 𝗟𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏, Germany, the Siberian Tiger, 𝗟𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏 Ball! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 155.7 pounds and has built a record of 8 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of Liverpool, England, Conor Hughes! Your referee in charge, 𝗟𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Conor Hughes in the black trunks, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Ball in the blue. Lightweight regular season, winner moves on to the playoffs.
Fighter ready? You ready? Let's go.
Cut to the gloves, orthodox stances for both of these men.
A lot of movement right away from Ball. Pressure from Hughes.
think what we're seeing here is 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 not being a standing target for either the strikes or the level change. While he's getting a read on Conor Hughes on what he wants to open up with here, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 needs to stay mobile. That was a nice check for the calf kick.
Blitz there from Paul. Hughes tries the counter hook.
And Hughes is really good moving backwards. Really good with his left hook.
Very quick off the mark, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. That shot took Conor Hughes by surprise. It only landed lightly, but of course he got his respect. Lead front kick there from Conor Hughes.
Nice little poke out with the lead leg. Hughes adding tools to his game every time we see him. Sharp 1-2 off the guard of 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Yeah, it looked like he connected there. And it's interesting, his ball has already switched stances, and although he blocked that calf kick, I think it's telling when you switch stances already like that. Only one calf kick can do a ton of damage.
A couple times now, Hughes has flashed that lead kick. Retreating with it. Don't get an uppercut there, but ball scores twice.
That blitz could be problematic for Conor Hughes. Look at the...
Caught him moving backwards with the uppercut. Wow! Incredible knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Derek Hickey calls a halt to the action at 1 minute and 31 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via knockout, Conor Hughes.
Okay, so what we can see here, we're going to see 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 charging forward in the direction of Conor Hughes. And as the tape runs, you're going to see Conor drop back. He's going to use this lead left hook and he's going to catch his opponent in the side of the head. But that's going to move him, sweep him onto the uppercut. There it is. Beautiful work, straight up the center line. And of course, a few shots to follow up from Conor Hughes. Very, very impressive performance. Sharp footwork and sharp striking. Let's have one more look at this absolute finesse of striking demonstration here. So here we go. We're going to see this rear uppercut. It's going to sweep up after the check hook. As we let this roll, we're going to see a short left hook come in. That triggers 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 to charge forward. He comes moving forward. There's the left hook. And then we're going to see this uppercut sweep into this pocket and punish him for that forward momentum. Here we go. Look at this. Chambers the punch right on the tip of the chin. And then as 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is falling, we're going to see Conor Hughes sets the back foot, throws another shot just to make sure the job's done. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is dazed. He hits the canvas. And then the hammer fist that comes down seals the deal. A beautiful performance from Conor Hughes, who is with Sean O'Connell in the smart cage for an interview.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Conor Hughes. Conor, an absolutely incredible performance. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 blitzing forward. You catch him with the counter hook and then the uppercut. We were talking about it. It's not easy to have that kind of pop, that kind of power when you're moving backwards. Is that a part of your game you work on, or is it natural?
Yeah, I mean, I've been striking and doing this since I was 3 years old, so, you know, coming at me like that, trying to take me out in the first round, it's never going to work well for you. I've got some of the heaviest hands in the division. I've got some of the best accuracy on the division. And I'm just here to show everybody that I am the king in this division. Last year was a little bump. This year I'm taking the whole thing over, and I'll have that belt by the end of the year.
Well, that's what you're chasing right now. We're talking about PFL Europe. We're talking about a $100,000 championship belt. And now the lightweight bracket is starting to take shape. I don't know if you had a chance to watch Daniela Skatidze, really nifty inside heel hook. You just got a first round finish as well. How do you think lightweight shapes up, and what do you think about the other fighters in this division?
If I'm honest, I don't really care about any of them, if I'm honest. The way I see it is, I'm already the champ in this division. I don't care about the rest. Whoever gets put in front of me, I'm going to take them out one by one. And like I said, the only thing for me is that belt, so fuck them.
Beautiful first round finish. Conor Hughes, congratulations on the knockout victory. Conor Hughes, ladies and gentlemen, moving on. Here's a look at the tail of the tape as these two fighters square off. 22 years of age for Habirora, 24 for Claudio Pucella. You can see Habirora is the much taller fighter here at a full 6 feet 1 inch in the lightweight division. 5-inch reach advantage on the arms, favoring Habirora.
All right, let's take a look at the keys to victory for these two intense young men. Patrick Habirora, play with range. He's a very tricky, confident fighter, and if he can set traps but stay disciplined, he might thwart 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 onto something. For 𝗘𝗨𝗥, the opposite. Make it scrappy. Close him down and clinch him and beat him up in the clinch. And if he can follow punches with knees, he might soften up the body.
Andy Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is a special lightweight showcase bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 154.8 pounds and holds a pro MMA record of 3 victories and 1 loss. All 3 victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Rome, Italy, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 156 pounds, and following a standout amateur career, he's begun his professional career with 1 victory and no defeats. Fighting out of Namur, Belgium, the Belgian bomber, Patrick Habirora! And your referee in charge, Lord Poirier.
Patrick Habirora in the black trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦 in the blue. Lightweight showcase bout. Highly anticipated for these fans in Paris.
Ready?
Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Stephen Struve beside the smart cage.
All of a sudden, the intensity in this room has lifted. How sharp Habirora is, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 will not be pushed around. He is here for us.
Habirora landing early. The right hand and then the hook and right and another right hand.
He smells blood.
Already he's got 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 on the back foot. Big overhand right though from the Italian.
Good to see him recover his composure there as well. As a young fighter, he could have been drawn into a flurry there that he could have paid for.
Long jab from Habirora. Tries a scooping uppercut and evades the return combination. Oh, overhand right from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
Big power there from the Italian.
This is the play with range that I'm talking about with Habirora. See how he drifts in and out of range and tries to tempt his opponent. But what we know now is that he can't get too close to the fence.
Nasty low kick to 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 to finish that combination. And he's got Habirora backed up. Wise level change there from Patrick.
Come on. For the body lock.
Continued action after maybe a cup check.
Good head positioning here from Habirora. Good defense though by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, not letting Habirora get too close. Don't let him close his hands.
Perhaps the only spot in mixed martial arts where the advantage goes to the shorter fighter here with this cage fighting. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗑𝗣𝗑 can get his head into good position, grabs that tie plumb temporarily.
These are the knees to the body I was talking about with 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. He's very good at catching that tie clinch and starts to thunder him into the midsection. It can be very draining.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 has survived the first few minutes.
Another overhand
Taking
right.
a couple big shots and has fired back. And beautiful right there for Habirora.
Just counter right, another swinging away. Both men ate some punches there. Stephen, they've got chins like 22 and 24-year-olds. We're seeing some leather exchange.
And they're hungry like 22 and 24 years old. Both of these guys want it bad.
Halfway through round number 1, and already look at the total on strikes, thrown, and landing.
And this definitely, as you said, Sean, this is a good position to be in for a shorter fighter. It's difficult for Habirora to get his forehead under the chin like 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 is doing here.
These are solid knees to the body. They don't look much, but they can be very draining. Interrupts the breathing of your opponent, upsets the internal organs function.
Watch the break!
Habirora's trying to break. Oh, good shots there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 did a great job with that flurry on the break. Now Habirora trying to retake the center of the smart cage. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 not letting him.
That lead hand from Habirora hanging low. Super quick, stinging, and very difficult to see when it fires from the waist. Which is why it keeps sneaking through the guard.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 once again in pursuit, and he cuts off the cage, grabs a hold of Patrick Habirora with 90 seconds left on the clock in round 1.
𝗘𝗨𝗥's doing excellent after that rough start. Doing exactly what he needs to do against a taller fighter with the long shots from Habirora early on in the fight. The long lefts and the long rights. He's choosing to clinch.
Tried to go upstairs, ate a hook for his efforts, and a right hand after. Habirora staying loose after taking some damage in that clinch.
Went into the matrix to dodge that shot, that big overhand from 𝗘𝗨𝗥 there.
Confidence in his head movement for Habirora, and a hard kick.
Good body kick.
Clinched the stances and drove the shin into the body of Claudio 𝗘𝗨𝗥. Love knees, and he's got 𝗘𝗨𝗥 on the retreat again. How do you eat that?
That's 𝗘𝗨𝗥. Wow.
Good hook on the separation and a jab to follow. Patrick Habirora starting to feel it here. But Claudio 𝗘𝗨𝗥 very much his equal in this first round.
We're into the last 30 seconds of the first round. It's the first time we're going to be able to say that today, guys. Good knees to the body again for 𝗘𝗨𝗥. Certainly not come to make up numbers.
What a first round, what a pace.
Final 10 seconds of the opening frame. Both men content to hear that bell. What a round! Starting round number 2, Big John McCarthy. How should these judges score round 1?
Look, that was an awesome round, and 𝗘𝗨𝗥 came back and did a great job, but the best shots and the damaging shots were by the man in the red corner, Habirora. He was beautiful, he did damage, he wins the round 10-9.
Thank you, Big John McCarthy. Joining us remotely, Paris, France, in the Accor Arena. Love what they're seeing with those sharp hands.
Beautiful job to get out of the way. Encounter there by Habirora, wow.
And look at this.
Slick footwork there from Habirora, managing that distance between the two of them.
Fight goes to the ground for the first time here in the early parts of round number 2. Patrick Habirora in the guard of Claudio 𝗘𝗨𝗥. Got one butterfly in on the left side.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 was trying to isolate that arm, looking for a Kimura or a get up here. Arm triangle position here, shoulder pressure from Habirora. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is choosing to lock down so that Habirora cannot really put pressure on him with his shoulder, but it keeps him on his back as well.
Let's go with that. Tries to get up on the one hip. He'll crawl back towards the fence right in front of our broadcast position to try and climb and elevate. Patrick Habirora negates it with good positioning here. Claudio 𝗘𝗨𝗥 trying to control that right hand.
Good top pressure here from Habirora. Gonna land some strikes here in this scramble. He's got to watch that leg. We know what these SBG Island guys can do.
Take the back. Claudio 𝗘𝗨𝗥 fighting hands. We'll see the strategy here from Patrick Habirora if he wants to get 𝗘𝗨𝗥 back to the ground or re-engage in a striking battle. Drags 𝗘𝗨𝗥 to the mat once again.
Putting his weight on him, dragging him to the mat, making him work, tiring him out.
Drives his left leg through between the legs of Claudio 𝗘𝗨𝗥, preventing the Italian from switching his hips and working his way back up for now.
A bad position to be in for 𝗘𝗨𝗥. Trying to lock something up with his legs. Nice backfish, yes.
Can't underestimate those strikes from the bottom.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is controlling the wrist of Habirora to be try and get back to his
Look
feet.
at this wrist control. We can only just see it because the referee's in the way. That wrist control is what's keeping 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 safe. That's what's allowing him to build back to his feet. But we're also keeping an eye on the control of Habirora. He's driving in with his head position here. Now we're on 50-50 and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's turned it. Very, very clever work. Now he's battling for head position, and he's got it. Look at that, head position, straight into his opponent's face, making it very uncomfortable for him while he's landing these knees.
I'll tell you what, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is not faced by the crowd. He's not faced by being in bad positions. Every single time he fights himself back from bad positions and back into the fight, and now he's in a dominant position again.
And he's put his chin on display a couple of times. He's eating big shots and offers just as many back.
Look at the leg strikes racking up for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. 39, all of those being knees pretty much. And another one.
Start paying attention to the gas tanks here for both of these men as you get past the halfway point.
Hey, I would have been gassed sprinting to the smart cage like Habirora did.
I mean, the furious pace here really taxes everybody in the sport, especially this cage fighting. It's not always the prettiest, but it is grueling. Both of these men putting a lot of great work on display early in their mixed martial arts careers.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 tried to go high with that knee, and Habirora tried to catch it, but both were unsuccessful with it.
It's a smart work from Claudio. This is going to exhaust his opponent, who's very, very explosive, and he's going to be eager to get off the fence in a moment and start throwing ferociously again.
Separation there from the referee.
There's the jab again. That's the distance Habirora wants, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is not giving it to him. Nice calf kick.
And we can see the redness already on that calf from those kicks from Habirora.
And I believe only 2 of those have landed so far. That's why it's one of the more fashionable weapons in the sport right now. It doesn't take a lot.
Oh, when someone is going nice right hand, and another one. Oh, he's got him rocked, I think.
Look it up.
Firing back again, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Look at the way that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 just bites down and swings when he gets himself into trouble. This man is not afraid of a firefight.
Now this kid's a tank, and Habirora level changing now. Looking at the single leg until he's pulled up into the clinch by Claudio, who's now looking for his own separation. 10 seconds left.
Round 2 in the books here with that final bell. All right, let's bring in Big John McCarthy one more time as we head into round 3. How's this fight being scored, Big John?
Ready?
I'll tell you what, we've had a bunch of first-round finishes, but this is the fight right now. And through 2 rounds, you got to think about damage. Damage is the key that the judges are going off. Volume's great, but if you have damage, and you have seen 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 get hurt, and so you got Habirora is up 2-0, 2018.
Thank you, Big John, as Patrick Habirora punctuates that point with beautiful scooping uppercut. And now again, swinging away. Claudio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 refusing to give any sort of quarter, even eating strikes. Nice
Beautiful level change there, and put it on his back.
What a shot by Patrick Habirora.
And to time it at that point, beautiful job. Good job by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 to get back up. He's not allowing Habirora to close his hands, get a hold of him.
Hey guys, I'm back, I've got you. I've got it.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, good job to turn it around and take the dominant position again. Not a good knee to the thigh of Habirora. Those really add up, as you said, then.
It's money in the bank, or as my favorite Teddy Atlas would say, he has some great lines. Water in the basement. It's going to slow his opponent down, but of course, this is the last round. He may be down 2 rounds and might need something more significant than some knees to the legs.
Yeah, the better shots were definitely Habirora, especially at the beginning of every single round. He's done really well, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is looking like the fresher fighter, if you ask me.
Well, if he's down 2 rounds, he's got to be blitzing for a finish here, according to Big John. Body and then uppercuts attempted there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, who goes back to the knees. Patrick Habirora trying to grab that tie club.
And some really good knees at the end of the first round with the 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. But Habirora is looking tired. Spent a lot of energy in the first round trying to finish the fight early. Got that huge pop from the crowd. Maybe dealing with a little bit of a adrenaline dump here.
Now, the risk here now Habirora is getting tired is that head movement is not going to be quite as quick, and he's not going to be able to get out of range quite as easily as he was in the first and second round.
And you saw during the break, the corner of Cláudio Pucella was saying, feint and then throw that overhand, you can get it to land.
He needs to move away from this position then.
Keep push. Get your leg back. Yes. On that chin.
That nasty knee! Oh, but it low. Cláudio Pucella thinks that was a legal knee.
You got the replay.
Stand back.
Patrick Habirora will take his time.
He's in the ground. He's in the ground. Okay, he's at the ground.
Habirora pressuring Cláudio Pucella here.
Assis-toi, Patrick, ça sera mieux. Assis-toi.
Big John McCarthy, rules expert. Is this being administered properly here?
You know, it's hard to see, but what happens is the shot actually lands, but it comes up and it grazes the cup and it raises the cup, even though the knee ends up going into that stomach area. So it is absolutely a groin shot. It was called correctly. You cannot have it graze it or anything like that. The call is right. He now has up to 5 minutes to recover from the blow.
Patrick Habirora will take some of his time.
Having a little conversation here.
Please. Stay here.
This is good for Habirora, though. He's taking some deep breaths here, you know. While he's getting the crown jewels back in place, he's filling his lungs with oxygen, and he needs that right now after those hellacious first 2 rounds.
He'll get back up.
Reste 3 minutes.
And the crowd are getting behind him as well.
I'll tell you what, this is where that extensive amateur experience is paying off for Patrick Habirora right now, because he's been in competition extensively. He knows that he should take as much time as possible. If he truly was, 2 fights in, this is his second pro fight. If that's as far as he was into his career, he might feel pressure to come back, to rush himself before he's actually truly recovered.
Always an awkward thing, this, when you're recovering and everyone knows what's happened to you, and there's, best part of 10,000 people staring at you. And you can see how he hits the floor as well.
Bref, il reste 4 minutes de combat. 4 minutes de combat, il reste. Ready?
Referee ready to go again. Fighters both ready. Touch of the gloves, some sportsmanship on display. 2 minutes left.
And I expect it to be a wild 2 minutes as well.
Overhand right. That's what the corner was asking for Pucella.
He's got a lot of power in that overhand.
Pay attention to the rear uppercut of Habirora. He's realized, there it is, he's realized that Pucella is guarding the overhand right. He's wise to it, he's bringing his guard up. So Habirora is trying to sneak that shot up the center line and come inside the guard. Wait for it, it's coming again, I can feel it.
Nasty jab on
there
the play, and there's that scooping uppercut that Dan Hardy told you would see. Another flurry for Pucella, who bowls his way in. Strategy has to come into play here for Cláudio if he believes he's down 2 rounds and less than 90 seconds remaining. This might not be where he wants the fight to take place.
He's going to have to work really quickly if he wants to get a submission finish. And that's really what he's trying to do if he's getting this clinch position, working takedowns, to get a ground and pound finish in a minute against a tough guy like Habirora is very difficult. The smart thing to do right now is to break, roll the dice, fire the gun and see if you can land something clean.
Step across, nice throw there. And now Patrick Habirora looking to reach through.
nice lead there.
It's incredible the shots that Claudio's kept taking and kept moving forward. What a tank.
Incredible chin on display from the Italian fighter. Patrick Habirora finds his back pressed up against the barrier.
Come on. I'll tell you what, no matter who takes this decision, if it's gonna go to a decision, both these fighters really impressed me today. 22 and 24 years old. Incredible pace the entire fight.
Little frame here from Patrick Habirora. Nice knee and a right hand to follow. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 eats it again. Been one of the themes of this fight. The crowd likes what they see from Habirora. Final bell, 3 rounds down.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges scored this bout 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Patrick Habirora!
Dan, what an incredible experience for this young man to pick up his second pro win here in Paris on the biggest advantage here in Europe.
And a huge win. You know, as soon as this kid won his pro debut, he was campaigning to be on this card. He earned his spot. He earned his place on the PFL roster with that performance. But I have to say, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, incredibly impressive as well.
All right. I'm here with the winner, Patrick Habirora. Leslie Boitrel is going to help me with some translation tonight. Patrick Habirora, a beautiful performance. You landed the right hand, you landed the uppercuts, you landed the knees, and he ate everything. Were you surprised by the chin? Go ahead.
It's okay for me. It's okay in English, no problem for me. Yeah. Ok les gars, une chose, j'ai 22 ans. C'était mon deuxième combat pro. J'ai pris un mec qui était 3-1 de chez SBG à Dublin chez Conor McGregor. Il avait 3 KO. Je lui ai mis des genoux, des flashballs dans le crâne. Putain, il est pas tombé. Mais j'ai quand même gagné.
He said, I'm 22 years old. I'm still young, and I beat him. I gave him everything, my knees, my fists, everything, and yeah, I still win.
Okay, next question.
Par rapport à ce qui s'est passé ici ce soir, l'engouement incroyable qu'il y a autour de vous, parlez-nous de cette foule qui vous a soulevé aussi.
Merci, 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 merci les gars. C'est incroyable ce que je vis les gars. Comme je l'ai dit, j'ai 22 ans. Les gens, ils ont beaucoup parlé de moi, il y en a qui avaient des doutes. Je suis capable de faire 15 minutes, je suis capable de faire une guerre. Même si le mec essaie de me coller à la cage, bah, il fait rien du tout en vrai. Il a même pas mis des frappes. La vérité, nous on est ici pour éteindre. Cet enfoiré, il encaisse bien, mais le prochain, il dort.
You're a fan favorite. You're 2 fights into your pro mixed martial arts career. Extensive experience and success as an amateur. Patrick, what is next for you?
La suite pour vous, Patrick.
En français d'abord. Je pense que j'ai montré que je suis prêt à faire 15 minutes face à n'importe qui. Voilà, j'ai juste une question à dire. Le PFL, j'aimerais bien signer un multi-contrat, mettez-moi dessus, je suis prêt.
He wants to sign a multi-contract. He said, I'm more than ready now. You've seen everything that I did tonight, and I can beat everyone, and I can handle 15 minutes.
This was a showcase bout. We're here for the PFL Europe regular season. If given the opportunity to chase $100,000 in PFL Europe, is that something you want?
Vous avez l'opportunité, si vous avez l'opportunité d'aller chercher les $100 000, est-ce que ça vous intéresserait?
Pour la 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, on est toujours prêt. Mais les gars, je dois faire étape par étape. Attendez, je dois monter étape par étape. Je suis à mon 2e combat. Le mec dans le tournoi, ils ont 15 combats. Faut pas abuser.
It was only my 2nd fight, so we go step by step.
Step by step indeed. Congratulations. Patrick Habirora, ladies and gentlemen.
Merci, vous étiez chaud ou quoi?
PFL logo up top.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Habirora adds another win to his professional mixed martial arts career that he just started. I welcome into the smart cage combat sports legend 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Welcome, sir, PFL Europe in Paris. What do you think so far?
Amazing night, amazing fights. Looking forward to the rest.
As someone who emerged from the European martial arts scene and the mixed martial arts scene in Europe, how important is it now that there's a path to success mapped out by the PFL? First, you chase a European championship, potentially move on to a global championship and $1 million prize.
I think that's how it should be done. So you can see everybody reach their goals, you know, which is the title, the world title fight. That's how it should be done.
Faites du bruit déjà pour la légende du MMA français qui est ici ce soir. Est-ce que le spectacle vous plaît? Là, on a eu un vrai combat, c'était tendu entre les deux.
Ouais, j'étais agréablement surpris par la prestation de Patrick. Je trouve qu'il a une belle transition de l'amateur au professionnel. Et il avait un adversaire coriace en face de lui.
Parlez-nous de l'engouement du MMA en France. On l'a vu, Zénith qui était rempli. Ici encore ce soir, avec une foule incroyable qui fait du bruit. Voilà, ça monte un petit à petit.
Bah, moi, j'ai connu l'époque où il n'y avait pas de MMA en France, que c'était illégal et qu'on était obligé d'aller à l'étranger pour combattre. Donc effectivement, de voir Bercy réagir comme ça, c'est incroyable.
Ça vous aurait plu à votre époque?
J'aurais aimé voir ça, ouais.
Parle-nous du combat que tout le monde attend, l'un des combats de la soirée, Cédric Doumbé face à 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚. Voilà, on sait que vous êtes tous venus voir ce combat. Qu'est-ce que vous attendez de ce combat?
Je pense qu'il va être électrique forcément. Je pense qu'on va avoir un très beau spectacle et le MMA français à son meilleur niveau.
Merci beaucoup, passez une bonne soirée.
Merci.
Thank you, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Leslie, thank you as well. More action to come inside the PFL Smart Cage.
Beautiful Paris, France, one of the most iconic cities in all of Europe, and of course we had to go big with the big Accor Arena, 16,000 seats. It's going to be a wild night, and we have just started to build this momentum.
We'll move next to the heavyweight division in a showcase bout. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, Islam Masraf.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Islam Masraf.
Islam Masraf is a man afraid of nothing. He answered the call. Dan Hardy was looking for opponent after opponent after opponent for 𝗟𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, and Islam Masraf said, I ain't scared.
And he was the first out of a handful of scary heavyweights that turned this fight down. He is the 9th opponent that we went through for Grogu. Some people got injured in training camp. Some people watched the tape and just thought, you know what, that's a step too far for me. And for a guy that's 3-1, he's had quite an impact. But Islam, he is supremely confident. He feels like he's going to be smaller and faster. And of course, he's got a very wide range of skills that he can apply to get the job done.
Yeah, he's got 2 victories in 2 pro fights, 1 knockout, 1 submission. He's got really good footwork, really good low kicks. Standing still in front of 𝗟𝗏𝗢𝗣𝗑 is not what he needs to do. He needs to move around, chop those legs down of 𝗟𝗏𝗢𝗑 to take away some of that power.
red corner, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚𝗚.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚𝗚 is on a win streak. All three of those wins have come via knockout, and as Dan just mentioned, nobody else seems to want to fight this man. He comes from a fighting family. Brother is a pro boxer. He's had a pretty significant impact in his first ventures here into mixed martial arts on the French scene.
He's got a scary Mike Tyson kind of energy about him with this quiet walkout. And he looks like he's taking a Sunday morning stroll to the shop to buy a newspaper. Like no one would think he's going to step into a fist fight. And his hands will be down as this fight is taking place as well. As people move away, and Sean O'Connor, I know you don't like moving backwards, but some heavyweights do move backwards as well. And when they move away from him, you want to see how annoyed he gets with them. Like he has disdain for people that don't want to stand in the pocket and trade with him. It's going to be interesting to see how this first round plays out. There's a quiet anticipation in the arena. I don't think people know exactly what's going to happen right now.
Well, Dan, I can relate to that mentality. When you want to fight, you expect that your opponent will oblige. We'll see if Islam Masharaf plays this in a strategic fashion or gets sucked into the kind of brawl that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚𝗚 hopes to. Here's your tail of the tape. 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚 is 30 years of old. Islam Masharaf is 27. Both men 6 feet tall. You can see a significant size advantage goes to 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚. Islam Masharaf feels like he will be faster because of that. Reach advantage on the arms to 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚. The opposite is true on the legs.
All right, keys to victory. 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚 own the center, and he does that kind of automatically. Anti-clinch is going to be important, but punching from the hip, he generates tremendous power when he's swinging everything into those punches. For Masharaf, maintain composure. He's going to be under pressure in this fight, and if he can clinch and grapple and control from top position, it's going to bode well for his performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is a heavyweight showcase bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 216.2 pounds and holds an undefeated professional record of 2 wins and no losses. Fighting out of Toulouse, France, Islam Masharaf. And his opponent fighting out to the red corner. He is a boxing specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 261.9 pounds and holds a record of 3 victories and 1 defeat. All 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Strasbourg, France, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚𝗚𝗚. Your referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
My friend, hello. Stand back, stand back, stand back, stand back. Stand back.
𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚 with the red tape, Islam Masharaf with the blue.
Ready?
Both fighters
ready?
In black
Fighter.
trunks.
Fighter, look at me. You ready?
A languid approach from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚 to the opening of this fight. And there's the hands down, like Dan Hardy promised.
Oh!
Head kick! Masharaf dispatches 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚!
Are you kidding me?
Seconds!
Wow!
Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down.
Wow!
He was asking for it. And Islam Masharaf did exactly what he had to do. He landed that head kick. Incredible knockout.
Holy moly! Wow! 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚, hands down, strolls out into the center like nothing could touch him, and wham!
Islam Masharaf put that idea of invincibility to the test? And the answer, emphatically, is that you cannot fight that way at the highest levels.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard calls a halt to the action at 10 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner via knockout, Islam Mashraf!
Absolutely incredible. And I have to hear from the 10-second knockout victor. He is in the smart cage with Sean O'Connell and Leslie.
Islam Mashraf. Congratulations, it only took 10 seconds. Really, it was one high kick and then 10. 10. One high kick and then the right hand afterward. This is Grogue's style. He walks it with his hands down. Was this the game plan all along to make him pay for that casual approach?
10 secondes, ça vous a juste pris 10 secondes. Oui, vous disiez, vous étiez étonné, vous aussi, vous pensiez que c'était moins que ça, ce high kick. Voilà, est-ce que ça faisait partie de votre plan?
Eh bien, tout d'abord, merci Paris. Merci à tous. Et juste avant que je réponde à la question, je voulais dire quelque chose. Sachez que là, c'est pas ma catégorie. Moi, je suis à 84 kilos. J'ai combattu en poids lourd. J'ai combattu un gars que tout le monde a refusé. Ça fait 1 mois qu'on lui cherche un combattant. Voilà. Et pour répondre à la question, ce serait mentir de dire que je voulais finir aussi rapidement, mais je savais que j'allais finir au premier round. Voilà.
I would lie if I would say that it was part of the plan like that easily, but he knew that it's going to be finished after the first round.
And I think you just said it. You're really a middleweight, a light heavyweight. You're not typically a heavyweight. Why were you willing to step in and take on a guy who outweighed you by 50 pounds?
Pourquoi vous avez choisi justement de combattre quelqu'un qui n'était pas dans votre catégorie?
Eh bien, une opportunité comme celle-ci, on ne la refuse pas. Et puis moi, de là où je viens, on ne refuse jamais un tête-à-tête. Voilà. Et juste aussi, je voulais parler à Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy, sir, please.
He'd like to talk to Dan Hardy.
Please, give me Johnny Eblen. Please give me Johnny Eblen. This is my level, but this is not my level, bro. Thank you.
Islam Mashraf wants Johnny Eblen. That's the best middleweight in the world. What a call out. Lightning, victorious in the PFL Smart Cage. Here's your tail of the tape for this welterweight fight. Yacine Najid, 38. Daniela Micheli is 36. You can see the height disparity. Full 5 inches for Yacine Najid in the advantage on the height. That translates to 7-inch plus on the arms, with only a 1-inch advantage on the legs for Najid.
Okay, so keys to victory. Yacine Najid, he's got to kick and move, avoiding the clinch, but looking for guillotines. He's going to be smart. Those sneak neck attacks. For Micheli, counter kicks with punches, and he's got to be the bully here, but he might have to defend some neck attacks. If he finds himself tangled up, he has to prioritize that.
Andy Shepard, the voice of our Smart Cage.
The following fight is a welterweight contest in the PFL Europe regular season. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 169.7 pounds and has built a record of 11 wins, 5 losses and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Lamezia, Italy, the Cyborg, Daniele Micheli! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 170.9 pounds and owns a record of 9 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Paris, France, the scientist, Yacine Najid! Your referee in charge, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Najid in the black trunks, Michele in the green. Winner moves on in the welterweight regular season.
Fighter ready? Fighter, you ready? Let's go.
Immediately, these two fighters get right to work. Michele tried there for a headlock. Now the lift, and he puts Najid on his back.
So he from Flu choke. He's got one, and his last win, he's got it locked up.
He's got that arm trapped. Very, very tight Von Flue choke here.
Najid is stuck. This is it. He's going out. Oh, man.
Najid is all the way out. 28 seconds in. Michele, submission victory.
I was just going to say, Najid is going for the guillotine, and he's got to be careful because Michele's got a really good Von Flue choke, and he hit it.
That's the danger with the guillotine. When you grab it like that and the opponent passes your guard as you land.
2 Von Flues in a row for Michele.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 calls a halt to the action at 27 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner via technical submission to a Von Flue choke, Daniele Michele.
And again, that's 2 in a row. At a certain point, St. Preux was hitting that all the time. They almost call it the St. Preux choke. Absolutely beautiful.
And not a scratch on his face. You know, a really, really impressive performance. And also, look at the pressure on that shoulder. You can see how that's driving into the neck, but there's nothing that Najid can do about this arm. He's driving right into the carotid artery, into the neck. Really impressive choke there. Beautiful work. And you can see the danger that the neck's in, but Michele knows it. This is why he runs around the side here. And once he gets those hands together, the drive down into the neck, beautiful work from Michele, who is standing by with Sean O'Connell.
All right, I'm here with the winner. I'm here with the winner, Daniele Michele. Incredible performance, quick. Von Flue choke, is that something you worked on in camp? Did you anticipate you could finish the fight this way?
Daniele, ottima performance, hai fatto una Von Flue, è qualcosa che hai preparato durante il camp, è qualcosa che ti aspettavi?
Très très belle performance, est-ce que c'était anticipé de terminer le combat aussitôt, 27 secondes?
Sì, è qualcosa che mi aspettavo, era stata preparata esattamente così ed è andata proprio come ci aspettavamo, quindi nulla di meglio.
Nothing better than that because we were expecting this and we prepared specifically for that, so he's very happy about it.
Ouais, c'était anticipé, on s'était préparé pour faire ça, donc le plan s'est déroulé exactement comme on l'avait prévu.
So now you move on in the PFL Europe regular season. You've seen some of the other fighters. How do you think you match up? Is $100,000 and a European Championship a realistic possibility for you?
Adesso che sei avanzato, hai visto gli altri che avanzeranno, cosa pensi del torneo da $100.000 e come pensi di posizionarti all'interno di la vedi una cosa realistica?
Il va avancer évidemment dans le championnat maintenant, ça va être une nouvelle étape pour lui. Voilà comment il voit cette victoire finale et l'ambition d'aller gagner ces $100.000.
Penso che di poter arrivare alla cima, sicuramente è una battaglia molto dura perché gli avversari sono davvero duri, ma si può arrivare in cima.
I know I can get on top. I know that the opposition is very hard, everybody is very tough, but I'm confident I can get on top.
Je sais que je peux être au meilleur niveau, même si l'opposition sera dure, ce sera compliqué, mais je sais que je suis capable de le faire.
Congratulations, Daniele Michele, victorious via first round choke. Here's a look at our tail of the tape for this regular season bout. 𝗟𝗑𝗢𝗄, 28 years old. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗅 is 31. 𝗟𝗑𝗢𝗄, 5 feet 11 inches tall. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗅 is 5'9". The reach advantage of 4 inches belongs to 𝗟𝗑𝗢𝗄 on the arms. Both men with 40-inch measurement on the leg.
All right, so keys to victory for these two phenomenal fighters. Of course, 𝗟𝗑𝗢𝗄 has got to expect that early pressure, and if he can strike in the clinch and even get in top position, That's where that physical size is going to be problematic for Cain. On Musa's side, he's got to attack that lead leg, take away the movement, uppercuts and knees, anticipating the level change, and then smart footwork and smart composure as well, not getting drawn into a brawl when he doesn't need to.
Andy Shepherd, the voice of the Smart Cage.
The following fight is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 155.9 pounds and in his 19-fight career has earned a record of 14 victories and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a kickboxing specialist and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 154.9 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 11 wins and no losses. Fighting out of Olsztyn, Poland, he is the 2023 PFL Europe Lightweight Champion, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦. Your referee in charge, Laura Poral.
Kashuba in the black trunks, Musa in the blue.
You know what's even scary about Ksouba? That size doesn't affect him. His cardio is insanely good.
Yeah, he carries it incredibly well as he moves in behind the jab and high kick to follow. Same side. Both of those were lefts.
For Musa though, being the smaller fighter doesn't have to be a disadvantage against someone as physically strong as Ksouba. You don't want to make it a physical battle. You want to move around him. Being smaller, being lighter, especially with the footwork Musa has, it could be an advantage.
And this is the smart footwork we've been seeing from Cain Musa here early, getting out of range when he needs to.
Beautiful. And you see him try to play the speed and footwork game for this entire fight. And of course, Jakub Ksouba will try to press him, potentially take him down, freeze those feet where he can use this, his strength. Nice timing. Good balance so far by Musa though.
This is where the size comes in advantage for Ksouba.
And this is the first time Cain Musa's got to feel the strength of Jakub Ksouba as well.
He's looking for a high cross. Good defense like Musa there, but I was going to say Ksouba had him down. A beautiful way to get back up by Musa.
Anytime Cain can be winning these grappling exchanges, scrambling back to his feet, he's going to be discouraging Jakub Ksouba, potentially even draining the gas tank if he had a big weight cut. This Cain Musa is going to now try and break and start to strike, but that's lovely work from Ksouba on the inside there. And you see now he's triggered Cain Musa to fight. That's dangerous because this is where Cain Musa can rush into those takedowns of Ksouba.
Right and left for Ksouba, that 2-1. Another level change and an uppercut on the exit. Ksouba looking for his openings as Cain moves around.
Good job from Musa so far, being patient, moving out of the way every single time Ksouba tries to close the distance.
And this, for me, is the fight that Ksouba needs in his MMA career, not his PFL career. Last year, he beat a lot of really tough prospects.
To the back.
He won the European title. If he beats a veteran here, that's a big statement. And this is a strong tight waist that he's got on Cain Musa.
Shots there. Puts a lot of weight on Musa here. Makes some more, tires him out.
Musa's going to have to be careful as he tries to work himself back upright. Ksouba on his back.
Good hand fighting here from Cain Musa, biding his time, but he's got to be very cautious that Ksouba doesn't switch his attack here. Front headlock potentially, level change onto the legs.
Ksouba so incredibly strong.
Ksouba there with that cheese grater drag across the fence. Now trying to work all the way around to the back, goes chest to chest instead.
Nice job on Musa. Get back to the 50-50 position here.
Driving knee on the inside from Ksouba.
Well, look, we've got the physicality of Ksouba and the experience of 𝗘𝗦 trying to be efficient. He's going to break the clinch here, I think, and he's going to try and strike, but Ksouba's not going to let him get away for free.
Heavy, tight overhook on that right arm of 𝗘𝗦. Ksouba, though, and in the wrong position right now.
Again, as we said earlier on, being a smaller fighter in this position against the fence pays off because it's easier to get your head in the right position.
Oh, there were good strikes.
Nice flurry and a finish with 2 uppercuts. Ksouba showing the versatility in his game here. And a good level change again. Wow, he drops straight down and then begins to drive.
Great timing on those shots.
Tuck that leg between his own knees. Pulls 𝗘𝗦 to the mat and now climbing into a mount position. Ksouba, 42 seconds left in this first round.
Ksouba looking for the wrist ride. Now you can put Musa on the mat, but good defense again by Musa. He's going to get back up.
And we go back to Ksouba's first regular season win last year with that beautiful submission over 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣. He's constantly trying to expose the back of 𝗘𝗦. Musa's wise to it, but he's losing this round on the grappling in my eyes right now.
Final 10 seconds of round number 1, an exchange of knees.
Really good job by Musa in his first round defending against Ksouba, but Ksouba really had him spend a lot of energy.
To the stools they go. Cédric Doumbé climbs back into the smart cage against Bakishan Sudanov. Right now, Ksouba, last year's European champion in the lightweight division, in the black trunks against 𝗘𝗦 in the blue.
Bit of a lower stance here from 𝗘𝗦. A la Cédric Doumbé, Jordan Zebo crouched down to try and meet that level change. Ksouba very fresh in the corner between rounds. Eyes wide open, breathing calm, listening to his corner team, and he moves forward here.
Inside leg kick, and Ksouba tries to use that. This time Kane does not allow him to get all the way in on the hips.
Musa trying to break again, but there he lands. Nice right hand.
Now he's got Ksouba moving backwards. That might have hurt a little bit more than the initial thought.
I certainly think the grappling that 𝗘𝗦 had to deal with in that first round has filled his arms with lactate, and you can tell he's a little bit more labored in his movement now with his arms. Better work here with his takedown defense.
Back to an orthodox stance after a brief change to southpaw for 𝗘𝗦.
Barely missed with a right hand. Uppercut by Ksouba there.
Looks like we have a cut above the eye of Ksouba as well. Deep breaths for 𝗘𝗦, and some swelling around his eye as well, 𝗘𝗦.
Good second round from Musa so far. I want to see him throw more of these leg kicks. Feign and then throw the kick.
Uppercut landed there for Musa. Doing a much better job of negating that forward motion and those level changes. Now Ksouba offers a kick, blocked by the shoulder.
Good coaching from the corner of Musa. Don't overdo it, they shouted. They know that rush forward is dangerous. Ksouba will level change.
Ksouba really struggling this second round to get a hold of Musa.
Now Ksouba marches 𝗘𝗦 back right in front of our broadcast position, halfway through round number 2. But Musa reverses position, puts himself toward the cage, and really center of the cage.
He really uses, being smaller in that position, he puts his head under the chin of Ksouba, turns him around and takes center of the stage again, and now he's Back to striking distance.
Oh.
Shots, beautiful body shot by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
They were solid body shots by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗑𝗣.
I think that he felt the effect of the body shots from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, and it might have reminded him, hey, I've got some of those too, offered some back.
Remember, he won the season last year. He won the finale with a body shot.
And now Musa with the level change, drives it.
Great balance from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 though. Hops over to the fence. He's got his overhook and he's landed a few short shots on the inside which allowed him to dig an underhook. And now returns.
See Musa trying to pummel in. Get his arm up above that shoulder, but it's tall 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑𝗣.
There he goes again.
Nice knee on the inside. Great uppercut. And more body shots from Musa. Both fighters digging to the body in the second round.
Good shots by Musa there.
Tell you what, those exchanges on the breaks have been furious. Both guys have landed here in the round number 2.
Good knee there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. Another one.
Final minute of round 2.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 slowing down a little bit in this round. Is he a little bit discouraged? Did that shot to the body hurt him maybe? They were nice shots on the inside.
They'll hurt for sure. They'll take the wind out of your sail.
Look at this.
Especially when they're tight. Beautiful level change. Ends it around.
That right there is evidence of how and why 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 was able to take home the European Championship last year. The timing and the execution of that shot, nearly perfect. Putting Musa once again on the defensive, stymieing any offensive output late in this round, potentially stealing a very close round.
Great job again though by Musa to get back up. His defense after the takedown is excellent.
Interesting round to score this one.
I'd like to check in with Big John McCarthy, who I know is watching with great interest. Perhaps we can get him between rounds. Sean O'Connell, Stephen Struve, Dan Hardy on the call. Big John McCarthy potentially set to join us here. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, Kane Musa, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 in the black, Musa in the blue. Very close. Round number 2, Big John. How do we score this fight through 2 frames?
You know, it is very close. King Musa did a lot of good body work in that second round. He might have stolen that round with those body shots that the judges were seeing. But the big thing with Musa that he needs to stop doing, he needs to not go after the big shot. He's got power. And all he's got to do is touch, 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 and that'll lead him into the shot that'll do damage. But right now, this could be anyone's fight in this third round.
Thank you, Big John. A couple of nice left hands from the southpaw stance by Kane Musa. Now he switches back to orthodox, goes overhand right, back to southpaw. Giving different looks to 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, potentially trying to confuse a level change attempt. Nasty inside work here from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, who presses Musa into the cage.
Every single time 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's got a hold of Musa, though, he does a really good job controlling the arms so that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 can lock his hands so that he cannot finish his takedowns. He gets finished here. I think he's got his hands locked now. Single leg. Great defense again from Kane Musa. This is what winning Musa these exchanges in the clinch. Turns 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 around, takes center of the cage again. He lands, and he's back to where he wants to be.
Flash of heads there on the inside work, and this time it's Kane Musa who rushes forward, plants 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑's back on the smart cage barrier. More body work from Musa. And a reversal of position here from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣, the 2023 lightweight champion of PFL Europe.
Chasing the takedown yet again, but again, good defense from Musa. Trying to go to the back, now he can lock his hands.
Going good defense.
Musa reached in between the legs of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 there, thought about the switch. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 just pressed in to negate it. Now onto the back goes 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣. So now he's got him off the fence.
Let's see if he can do more with this now. Especially in his third round, these positions takes so much energy and your body is screaming for oxygen. Good knee there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
It was going to take someone like 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 to really push 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 with his experience. Those body shots still thundering in. 2 minutes left here. Very grinding, tough fight. Arm strikes in favor of Moussa, leg strikes in favor of 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Of course, takedowns in favor of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, which leaves him with the ground strikes advantage as well.
Good uppercut and left hook by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 there on the break.
Now double underhooks and a body lock. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 expending some energy here, trying to get 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 back down to the mat. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 will try to pull Moussa back over his own planted right leg.
Good job on Moussa pressing down on the hands of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. That way he's not able to lift him, makes it very difficult for him to finish the takedown. He's got him down, but not completely, not on his back. Takes the back though.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 just grinding out this third round. Spiral ride temporarily there. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 not capitulating, not giving up any of these positions easily.
He's got one of the legs of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Moussa's got to be careful not to get his own arm pulled back.
They're calling for the scramble from the Moussa corner, but that just allows 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 to circle and stay on his back. Heavy wrestling game from 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, nullifying a lot of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's offense.
Final 30 seconds here in the third round.
I'm happy I'm on commentary, not a judge in this fight. This is so close.
That's why we have some of the best judges in the world here, because we know these fights are going to be toughly contested between these two veterans like this. Good hustle by both of these fighters, really impressive pace.
Just a grinder of a fight in the lightweight division of PFL Europe. Last year's champion 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 29-28. For your winner, by unanimous decision, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Impressive performance by the returning champion, looking to win a second title in 2024. He looks elated and a little relieved, I have to admit. And I think he's standing with Sean O'Connell. Let's see what the champ has to say.
𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 victorious here tonight in Paris. You won a PFL European Championship in 2023. You decided you wanted to try going back-to-back here in 2024. But a tough test in the first outing. Did that fight go the way you thought it was going to?
Vous êtes le champion sortant du lightweight en PFL Europe. Vous remettez votre couronne en jeu ce soir et c'était un premier test très dur.
What'd she say? Well, correction, I was put here and I'm very happy to be here. If I could choose, I would probably do it again just because when I get ready for the Bellator, guys, right? And this was my first test and I got another one, so welcome to the PFL Bellator. Yeah, this was a great test. I expected more out of myself, but win is a win. I did what I had to do. I'm gonna keep going. Za ojczyznę I za Boga. Idę do przodu, pracuję dalej I będę wygrywał. I'm coming again for that belt, so all the other 55ers be scared because this guy was no joke.
Ouais, c'était un gros test pour commencer à défendre la ceinture. Bon, il y a eu un petit peu de polonais dedans, donc j'ai pas tout compris. Mais voilà, c'était ce qu'il voulait. Il veut montrer qu'il est le meilleur et il est reparti pour reconquérir une autre ceinture.
So the season is starting to take shape. This victory over 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 sets up a playoff matchup against Daniela Skatizi. He won with a beautiful inside heel hook earlier tonight. What do you think of the matchup?
I'm excited. It's great, but like I said, the toughest guy is out of here, so I'm ready to take this guy. And but he seems like a cool kid, so I'm happy to shake his hand.
Il lui a demandé à propos de Daniela Skatizi qui s'est qualifié un petit peu plus tôt. Voilà, ça risque d'être votre prochain adversaire. Et voilà, a cool kid, un gamin sympa, et je prendrai n'importe lesquels, tous ceux qui viendront.
Still undefeated, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Congratulations. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘, Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, tail of the tape. 𝗟𝗘𝗔 is 34, 𝗘𝗑𝗣 is 31. Both men 5 feet 7 inches tall. 2-inch reach advantage on the arms belonging to 𝗟𝗘𝗔, 2 inches in 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗥's favor on the legs.
All right, let's take a look at the keys to victory. For 𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗔, punches in bunches, it's about volume. Disguise the level change when he can, and when he hits the ground, be busy with his ground and pound so he keeps his opponent on the back foot. For 𝗘𝗑𝗣𝗥, feints and moves, front kicks and knees might deter that level change, and if he does get into a grapple, he's got to win those scrambles and get back to his feet where he can start firing those hands again.
The voice of the smart cage, Andy Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is a lightweight contest in the PFL Europe regular season. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a boxing specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 156 pounds and holds a record of 7 wins and 1 loss. 5 big victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Menorca, Spain, Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 154.7 pounds, and his professional record consists of 10 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Avignon, France, 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘. The referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Get him out. What are you doing? Out.
Mark Goddard to oversee this regular season action. 𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗔 in the black, Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓 in the blue. Touch of the gloves, and we are underway, rounding out our lightweight bracket.
Look at the size of these guys at lightweight. Both of them very powerful, and they love to wing powerful hooks as well in the pocket. I feel like when this ignites, it's going to go down.
Right hand from 𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗔. And there's those winging hooks. Both have offered a couple.
Looks to me already like 𝗟𝗘𝗥 has a slight speed advantage. Oh!
Through the middle, nice job by 𝗟𝗔𝗟 there.
Great movement.
Oh! Stiff jab by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗥.
And a right hand. He's got 𝗟𝗔𝗟 on skates. Speed of 𝗟𝗘𝗥 forces the level change.
This is what we expected. This is what we wanted.
Furious pace, and just like you said, Dan Hardy, when it starts, it's going to go up quickly.
And 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is now going to try and get these arms free as soon as he can, because he needs to keep touching 𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗔 to keep him dazed and keep him hurt.
Well, talk about the recovery of 𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗔, who went from stumbling around to executing a beautiful toss, but finds himself on the bottom position here.
𝗟𝗔𝗟 needs to get his right leg back underneath him, work with the fence to get back up. 𝗘𝗨𝗥's got a body lock, so it makes it difficult.
As I familiarize myself with the European mixed martial arts scene, I'm finding that
We've got to be watching out for these butterfly hooks. We can see them here. We can see the feet poking through here. He's going to try and elevate his opponent either way, try and create a scramble. You can see the overhook here as well. He's going to use that to control the base of his opponent. I expect 𝗟𝗔𝗟 to try and tip him over here with these butterfly hooks. Now you can see 𝗘𝗨𝗥 has passed the knee line here. The knee line is passed. Beautiful work here by 𝗟𝗔𝗟 to get his knees back into play, though.
a little blood on the cheek of 𝗟𝗔𝗟𝗔. Not sure where that's coming from, maybe just a tiny cut.
It's a little swelling under the eye as well. No surprise, because both the guys are swinging.
Now 𝗘𝗨𝗥 with the hooks again on the stand-up. 𝗟𝗔𝗟 circles out. They got
side. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 gets a little bit loopy with his big punches.
Yeah, both guys had most success through the middle. When their opponent opened up with those big shots, there's a swing again.
The speed of 𝗘𝗨𝗏, he looks like he's got his head clear now.
𝗘𝗨𝗏 just throws caution to the wind every time he unleashes a hook. Very, very dangerous to do in this fight because of the speed we're seeing 𝗘𝗨𝗏 put on display.
We've got 90 seconds.
They traded a jab for a hook there, and I'm not sure who got the better of it.
𝗘𝗨𝗏 needs to keep that right hand on his chin when he's throwing his left hook. I showed him a Dan Hardy fight where I got knocked out, and I've paid for the same thing. Drop the hand because I'm swinging with power, and my opponent caught me clean on the chin. He's got to be very cautious. Those swiping punches from 𝗘𝗨𝗏 have got mean intentions.
There's a takedown attempt here from 𝗘𝗨𝗏. Good sprawl so far from 𝗘𝗨𝗏, who gets his hips all the way out. Now the guard pull from Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗏 with 1 minute left in round one.
I wonder if we'll see him go back to those butterfly hooks and maybe try and threaten a sweep here again, but he looks like he's clamping down on one of the arms of 𝗘𝗨𝗏. We might see him kick his hips out to the side and potentially attack one of these arms.
Not so good.
30 seconds left in this first round. Has it only been one round?
Let's go to work, guys. Stay busy, please. Watch the back of the head.
Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗏 on top of Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗏.
Doing a good job with his head.
Come on, guys, let's work.
Controlling 𝗘𝗨𝗏.
Final 10 seconds. Goddard thought of stepping in and separating, but he'll let him ride out the round. Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗏 finishing on the bottom. Great fight so far. We head to round two. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 pumping out this jab, giving 𝗘𝗨𝗏 something to look at, and throws one for real. Nice low kick.
That's a fast jab and a hard low kick start the first round.
Offered one upstairs with the left. Lead leg came up right over the shoulder, barely blocked by 𝗘𝗨𝗏.
𝗘𝗨𝗏's not moving well on that lead leg from that one individual low kick. You see how he's not progressing forward as well.
Caught him. Oh, and again.
𝗘𝗨𝗏's got crazy power. He's not even throwing with excellent technique right now.
Oh, there's the jab again.
That's how they trade. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 goes with the jab, 𝗘𝗨𝗏 with the hook. Just like you said, Dan. Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗏's got to glue the right hand to his chin. Nice right kick from Yazid.
I like this. I like these kicks being stitched onto the end of his combinations.
Good jab there from Yazid 𝗘𝗨𝗏. Nice right hand as well. Switch of the stance there from 𝗘𝗨𝗏. Does not like these leg attacks.
Oh, they're very powerful. He showed them the last time in Paris as well.
Big John McCarthy, how did you score round number one? Little problem with Big John's audio. We'll get back to him in just a second here.
Oh,
nice
good
jab
jab again there.
𝗘𝗨𝗏. Both of these guys having success when they throw right down the pipe. But it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Hooks are so fun.
He does a great job putting his body weight behind those jabs.
The jab from 𝗘𝗨𝗏 is very, very quick. Very quick.
2 minutes gone in round number two.
𝗘𝗨𝗏 is definitely struggling to move on that lead leg. I think he's covering it well. He just doesn't seem to be able to have the same kind of there. Look, now he switched his stance.
𝗘𝗨𝗏 is really starting to mix up the strikes here. He's hunting for the body, working the jab. We've seen both legs go high with the kicks.
Right hand again, wobbled him again. He's still wobbly.
Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗏 with the uppercut knockout!
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard calls a halt to the action at 2 minutes and 31 seconds of round number two. Declaring your winner via knockout, Ignacio 𝗘𝗨𝗏!
Great respect between these two guys.
Ignacio Capella knockout victory, a beautiful performance. You timed the uppercut perfectly. Like you knew he was going to shoot, you landed the uppercut. Did you know the takedown attempt was coming?
Yes, I was watching him making a little bit the chicken dance, and I watched my opportunity to connect this uppercut, and I'm very proud for this in one championship like PFL, one of the best in the world.
Ouais, il nous explique son KO, il a vu son adversaire bouger dans tous les sens et il lui en a mis une. Évidemment, voilà, il est très très fier de sa performance ce soir.
Hostile territory. You're the away fighter. You're the visitor fighting a Frenchman, and the crowd doesn't necessarily love it, but you embrace that role. Do you like being the villain here in Paris?
Oui, c'était clairement l'outsider ici, forcément avec 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗏 qui a toute la France derrière lui et Paris derrière lui ce soir. C'était compliqué de combattre ici ce soir.
I love being the devil here, but it's a sport. It's a fair play. Don't take me in account.
J'adore être l'outsider, c'est ça le sport et on reste fair play malgré tout.
So now you see the lightweight bracket taking shape. Can you win the European Championship in 2024?
I'm here to win this belt. The level is very up, but I have the level up to win this belt. I'm here for that.
Je suis ici très clairement pour remporter la ceinture. Je sais que le niveau est très très élevé, mais voilà, je vais me battre jusqu'au bout. Je suis ici pour gagner.
Ignacio Capella, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a look at the tail of the tape for this welterweight regular season affair. Ibrahim Amane, 24 years of age. Shaquina 𝗟𝗨𝗘 is 30. You can see the significant height difference here. Ibrahim Amane is 6 foot. Shaquina 𝗟𝗨𝗘 listed at 5'6". Reach advantage favoring the taller fighter, as one might expect, Ibrahim Amane.
So keys to victory for these two tanks. Look at these individuals. Ibrahim Amane, he's got to be patient early, set up those high kicks, and if he fights in flurries, he's going to be able to open up better opportunities for his head kicks to land. Pressure into boxing range for Shaquina. Clinch to control and attack the body. If he can slow this fight down and make it a slugfest, that's where his raw power comes into play.
The voice of our smart cage is Andy Shepard.
The following welterweight fight is a PFL Europe regular season contest. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 169.9 pounds and has built a record of 8 wins and 3 losses. Fighting out of Rotterdam, Netherlands, Shaquina 𝗟𝗨𝗘𝗏𝗘. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 170.8 pounds and across his 16-fight career has earned a record of 12 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Paris, France, the Freezer, Ibrahim Amane. Your referee in charge, Derek.
Ibrahim Amane is in the black trunks. Shaquina 𝗟𝗨𝗘 is in the green. I'm Sean McConnell, joined by Stefan Struve, Dan Hardy cage side, John McCarthy joining us remotely to check in with any rules questions. Welterweight tilt. Amane searching with the kick attempts, nothing landing so far. There's one on the leg. Change by 𝗟𝗨𝗘 looking for the clinch. No chest to chest, but Ibrahim Amane does a good job pushing 𝗟𝗨𝗘 back into the smart cage barrier.
Mitch, interested to see if Mane decides to disengage here, or whether he wants to try and wear 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 out in the clinch a little. Then we're going to see 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 look for some kind of trip or reap in a moment if he feels like he's got a good grip with his hands together. There it is.
Oh, to the top position. Muscles his way on top. And now Ibrahim Mane is going to have to reposition, get onto a hip, and see if he can find his way back to his feet.
The bonus here is that as Mane landed, he landed with an underhook on the same side as his hard guard. I expect him to start trying to use that underhook to get onto his side and start creating a scramble. But look at the width and the strength of Joseph Pedro.
Yeah, being a longer fighter, this is where you do not want to be.
Job by Mane using the underhook. His bottom leg back to it. Up to his feet. Ibrahim Mane. Puts Joseph Pedro's back on the cage one more time.
Fingers out of the cage. Fingers out.
The same thing again.
I kind of feel like the longer this fight goes, the more it's going to favour Ibrahim Mane. I feel like he's got a slightly more efficient style on the inside. For me, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 looks like he's very relaxed, but he does use a lot of strength in these positions, mainly because he has it to use.
Two underhooks here for Mane. Can he use him to take Joseph Pedro down? Defense by Joseph Pedro and turn it around, take center of the cage.
Let's progress. Fight.
Referee wants to see more action. As back and forth they go, just reversing positions. Mane with a brief explosion there.
Second warning, more action.
Another warning from the referee there. We might get a separation here halfway through the round.
Guillotine there by Joseph Pedro. Can he lock his legs?
He grabs the guillotine deep, and he's squeezing hard. You can see the duress.
He's got it. He's locked in.
Ibrahim Mane trying to get it down. And the foot straight, love it.
That was very close. You could see the grimace on Ibrahim Mane's face.
Great job getting out of that. And Joseph Pedro may have burned his arms out a little bit with that attempt.
Control position here from Mane. Lands a couple of good knees. And another one to the thigh. Does he break and strike here, or does he persist with this position? Now he's got the back exposed of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
Standing there, make a choke. He's got the back.
Ibrahim Mane laces his arm around the chin.
The defense
of Joseph Pedro keeps himself out of trouble for now, shrugging those shoulders up high. He's wearing a French backpack.
Defense there by Joseph Pedro. Incredibly strong, of course. Now he's got the takedown again.
It looked like Ibrahim Mane was trying to go for the sacrifice throw there. Didn't pay off, but he's back to his feet.
It's very difficult to land that against a short and stocky fighter like Joseph Pedro.
This crowd is awesome. Every time Mane has a slight victory, they are raucous. 30 seconds left here. I'm interested to see what 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 looks like when he gets back to his corner. That muscle mass has got a cost to it.
I wonder what Mane is going to have in the second round.
Chest to chest, a grueling fight right now in the first round. Several times they've reversed position. This time Joseph Pedro pulls his way all the way to a mount.
Doesn't have a lot of time to do something with it though.
And already Mane gets one leg back.
Ready?
Ibrahim Mane
Ready?
in the black.
Let's go.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 Pedro in the green. Round two begins. Winner advances in the PFL Europe welterweight season. Oh, one kick.
Right hander by Joseph Pedro though.
Better footwork from Mane here, keeping himself out of those bear hugs of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 Pedro.
Those front kicks are a very good deterrent for someone that likes to level change. Hey!
Goes high, lands the right hand there. This is where 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗘 wants to be.
I don't think he's going to be able to control Ibrahim Man as well as he did in the first round. I feel like the longer this fight goes, the more Man is going to be ferocious at shaking away with this clinch.
We're a minute into round number 2. How did Big John McCarthy think these judges may have scored round 1? Big John, tell me.
You know, I would have scored that round from 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗘. He's the guy that did. He had more volume. That the choke attempt was close. It was tight. All the takedowns. He wins that round. But the question is, how much lactic acid is now in those arms? I think Dan Hardy's right. He's getting tired.
Good double unders again. There's a takedown yet again for 𝗟𝗘𝗧, going to full mount.
Now with more time to work, but again, Ibrahim Amane not wasting any time. Scrambling, getting himself out of serious trouble.
He's got the wrist and a leg.
I love the fact that he's not accepting these positions. At no point does he go, oh, okay, let me just stay here for a moment.
Tries to Grammy out of this. He's got Chiquita 𝗟𝗘𝗧 on his back.
He's going to end up on top.
So we're watching the knees here. I want to watch these knees because that pinch there with Ibrahim Man's knees is what's going to control the hips of 𝗟𝗘𝗧. As he starts to try and scramble and kick his hips out one way or the other, we're going to see Ibrahim Man use those legs either side to wedge him into that position so he can start opening up with ground and pound. Just over half a round to go here. Chiquita 𝗟𝗘𝗧 working his way back to the fence, but he has to be careful given he's back again.
Back to his feet, Chiquita 𝗟𝗘𝗧, Ibrahim Mane.
I would be tempted to get some space and start throwing some head kicks and knees in this position on the break if I was Ibrahim Man. I feel like there's an easy knee for him to land there, but he gives the underhook and he brings himself back to a 50-50 position.
And 𝗟𝗘𝗧 has showed he's really strong here. Double unders for Man.
The resistance to those underhooks is starting to fade those for Chiquita 𝗟𝗘𝗧. This is a tenacious pace for these two big welterweights.
He could get the takedown again. He's got the body lock. Good defense here by Mane.
He stepped and tried to reap that knee from the outside. Inside trip might have been more efficient there.
More action from here, more action.
The referee wants to see more action here. Level change by 𝗟𝗘𝗧. Almost takes it back, but good job by Mane to recognize that. There's the break from the referee.
Referee does not like these stalemates on the knee. 90 seconds left in round 2.
It's the night of the uppercuts here. Ibrahim Man's looking for it as well. He's got to fight his way off this fence. He's got just over a minute to go.
Single leg by 𝗟𝗘𝗧. Can he finish it?
Switches to the head outside. Well done, Ibrahim Mane.
Good takedown defense this round for Ibrahim Man. Head position in this clinch position here. Will he strike? Will he break and strike, or is he going to work for his own takedown here?
Let's work, gentlemen. More action.
Fighting for underhooks. Mane is not using the underhooks though to take 𝗟𝗘𝗧 down.
Nice sharp uppercut on the dirty box, but 𝗟𝗘𝗧 uses the position to smother any other attacks. Final 30 seconds of this round.
Oh! Beautiful takedown there by Mane.
Off the knee. And now forcing 𝗟𝗘𝗧 to scramble away and retreat.
If I was in Ibrahim Man's corner right now, I would be screaming for him to clear and get out the clinch. This third round is going to decide this, and I think the conditioning of these two fighters might be the deciding factor.
Back to the stools they go. We will see round 3. Icons of French sport filling the building.
Ready?
Inside the smart cage, Chiquita 𝗟𝗘𝗧 and Ibrahim Mane for one more round.
The pressure might be on Ibrahim Man to try and get a stoppage in this third round. He's got to be cautious getting drawn into the clinch again, because you know 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is going to try and slow this fight down again. Oh!
Nice jab from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘. Good footwork on the outside to avoid the bull rush there from Ibrahim Amani. There's that front kick again. Drives one to the leg as well.
Oh, beautiful jab Amani there.
Great work. Stay away from that cage.
This is what I like to see. Hopefully he can convince himself to stay in this striking range. Oh, there was the uppercut.
And
Barely
also
missed.
Pedro landed one on the return. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 just pulls through it though. But Ibrahim Amani with the hip switch lands on top.
Great takedown defense. I mean, most people are going to take it down. With a fight on a takedown that deep. Ibrahim Man on the floor, 4 minutes to go. There's a rattle around the stadium of feet on the ground as he lands on the foot corner sponsor.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 using the fence with his legs.
Lacing his arms around the chin. Thinks better of it, puts his feet on the mat one more time.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 trying to open up the hands of Mane, trying to create space so he can turn into him. Mane trying to put his weight on 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘.
Poking through here. Mane needs to dig that deeper like he just did. Now he's got a frame across the face, which we can't see right now. Digs another underhook.
More action.
This
More
is
action
good
from
work
here.
by Man, but he needs to move his feet as well. Now he's moved his feet. This is what we need to see. We need to see him circling off the fence and clearing this space. If he can get back to a striking range, you can start to let go of some of his dangerous, lethal weapons.
Right hand on the exit.
Good front kick there by Mane.
Halfway through round 3, 2.5 minutes left to decide this fight. Nice reversal position here by Mane.
Fingers
He'll
out.
use that underhook.
Fingers out of the cage.
Mane struggles to convince himself to go back to striking distance, I think. He's incredibly tired. But this is really favoring 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 in my opinion.
He's right in front of his own corner, and I think they talked him into backing out. Good movement there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘, forcing Mane to miss. Double underhooks and a march to the cage one more time.
Both of these guys are exhausted. Ibrahim Man digging an underhook. 2 underhooks now for Ibrahim Man. Can he move his feet again and get off the fence?
Let's work, gentlemen. More work.
Coming up to 90 seconds left in the last round.
Really comes down to who wants the most right now. Who can convince himself
All right, stop.
to look for the finish.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 didn't like the separation there. He's got 90 seconds to claim this fight. Inside leg kick.
Both of these guys so incredibly tired, laboured in their movement. Little duck under from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 finds him back in the clinch.
Nice timing over there.
French fans do not like the strategy from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘, trying to muscle his way to a victory here.
I think they feel and they see the same thing as us. I think 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 is winning the fight over here in these situations.
Let's work, gentlemen. More work.
I think he's very, very tired though. So at any point when 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 can clinch, he's going to slow this fight down as much as possible. He's now not being nearly as offensive with his takedowns as he was previously.
Again.
30 seconds to go. Who can convince the judges?
Leg kick. Oh, knee on the entrance. But 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘.
Use the momentum as the fight here.
Mane hammering the right. Kick leg. But 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 again pulls right through.
Madness in the end of the fight.
10 seconds to go. Here's the clapper.
Ibrahim Amani reverses position and finishes.
What an end to the fight.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge David Leatherby scored about 29-28 for Mane. Judge Karim Shimi scored about 29-28 for Nosso Pedro. And Judge Mohamed Kahala scores about 29-28. For your winner, via split decision, Ibrahima Mane!
Very, very close fight, that one, my goodness. I would like to see these guys 2 more rounds, to be honest. And I think we're going to see Chiquinho Nosso Pedro back in the PFL very soon. All right, let's take a look at these brackets. So that decides the first of our playoffs in the welterweight bracket. Ibrahim Oman taking on Daniel Maselli. We have Florim Zendelli on the other side of the bracket. His opponent will be determined in June on the next regular season event. What a welterweight bracket this is. All right, Sean O'Connell is in the smart cage with the winner, Ibrahim Oman. Over to you, Sean.
Ibrahima just wants to put the t-shirt on. Paris! Ibrahima Mane, victorious! Split decision victory. Were you confident that when the judges' scorecards were read, you would get the win?
Est-ce que tu étais confiant que tu allais pouvoir l'emporter, même si c'était split decision ce soir?
First time. Salut Paris. On est chez nous. Je voulais vous montrer plus que ça. Je suis vraiment désolé de ma presta. Ça me ressemble pas. Il a pourri le combat. Il m'a collé. Désolé, franchement désolé.
He says sorry because he's pretty disappointed about his performance and he's like, apologies for all the audience.
I don't know how you can apologize for a performance like that, especially when you knew the fight was on the line. You threw the big head kick, the hip toss, a beautifully timed knee. I think that might have been the difference in this fight. You dug deep and you're moving on in the season.
Comment c'est possible d'être déçu après une telle performance? Voilà, vous avancez et vous continuez dans la saison.
Parce qu'en vrai, je connais mes capacités, j'ai une panoplie. Pour tous ceux qui me connaissent sportivement, tous ceux qui m'ont suivi, vous savez que je propose plus que ça. Et là, voilà, c'était pas moi, mais je vais me rattraper. Vous allez voir encore plus que ça là, la prochaine fois, sûr et certain.
We're going to see a lot more next. For all the ones that knows him and follow him, they know he has more abilities than this. So,
as a fighter representing France and living and training in Paris, what does it mean to be fighting in front of a sold-out Accor Arena tonight?
Un combattant français qui vit, qui s'entraîne à Paris, qu'est-ce que ça fait d'affronter, d'être dans la cage, dans un événement comme ça où l'Accor Arena est pleine à craquer?
Tout d'abord, on a le meilleur public du monde, Paris. La France, purée, vous entendez? Meilleur que l'Angleterre, meilleur que tout. Je kiffe trop mon public, je vous kiffe à fond. Et c'est un plaisir de combattre à Paris, chez moi ici.
We have the best crowd in the world. We're better than England, we're better than anybody. And yeah, it was a pleasure here to fight here today, here in Paris.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ibrahim Mane. Here's your tail of the tape. Lazy King, 28 years old. Jack Grant is 31. 6 feet 1 inches tall is Jack Grant. It makes him 3 inches taller than the Lazy King. 5-inch reach advantage on the arms, favoring the Englishman. Both men with 40-inch legs.
He's the victory for Abdouraguimov. He needs to close the distance early and go for single leg takedowns on his way to taking the back. For Jack Grant, long range striking because you do not want to go to the ground with Abdouraguimov. Use conditioning as a weapon because he's in phenomenal shape. Use his grappling to escape and don't get caught, of course, in submissions. Incredible matchup this is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our co-main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a grappling specialist and stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 169.3 pounds, and in his 26-fight career has earned a record of 19 wins and 7 losses. 18 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Grimsby, England, Jack Grant! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a BJJ and wrestling specialist. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in officially at 169.7 pounds. He holds a professional record of 17 victories and 1 defeat. 14 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Nantes, France, the Lazy King, Abdoul Abdouraguimov.
The referee judge, Loic Perot.
Jack Grant in the green trunks, Lazy King in the black.
Ready?
3 5-minute rounds in a welterweight co-main event. Early kicks to the lead leg from Lazy King.
Jack Grant is a big welterweight compared to Abdouraguimov. Good low kicks. Take away some of that movement before you set up the level change.
Power from Jack Grant there.
Grant definitely has the knockout advantage on his resume. 8 knockouts.
Nice calf kick there by the Lazy King.
There's another. Got a little out of position. Jack Grant.
Oh, he's got a guillotine. He's got a hold of it.
There's the neck.
What can he do with it?
Lazy King squeezing hard on this choke attempt.
He doesn't have his legs locked, but he can use it to set something different up.
Not controlling the hips, but that is a tight squeeze. He's all the way in on his deep on his own elbow here.
This is where Jack Grant's grappling wisdom comes into play. He knows how to tweak the position by millimeters to give himself breath and stay safe. But Abdul must feel confident that he's got something here.
He's got his head out. Now Abdouraguimov now trying to crawl that left leg up. Control the posture of Jack Grant.
Good pressure by Grant here. It's really difficult for Abdouraguimov here at the fence to lock something up, but he's...
So we've got mission control here. This position, this leg across the top here is keeping... Oh, now we've gone to the lockdown. Okay. Jack Grant's managed to slide his shoulders back through. Lazy King's going to try and isolate this arm that's on the canvas here. He's going to bring his legs up. He's going to creep his legs up and try and isolate the upper body of Jack Grant.
Grant is trying to create some distance. Perhaps land some elbows.
Lazy King content to work from the bottom here. He's not opening his guard to try and work a stand-up position. Abdouraguimov on the bottom, Jack Grant on top.
Oh, Lazy King kicking his hips out. You can see that for a second. Lazy King slid his hips out to one side. Now Jack Grant's trying to slide his knee through the guard. You can see the guard is open, but now the butterfly hooks are into position.
Good pass here by Jack Grant, gets that left leg through.
He's got really good top pressure so far. It's really difficult for Abdouraguimov to do anything.
Great flexibility from Abdouraguimov as well. We know this from his athletic ability, his backflips and stuff, but look how he's folded his hooks into his butt cheeks here. That allows him to really create a lot of power from this position. Some blood from the nose of Abdoul Abdouraguimov.
It's just been a position battle from the top so far. Grant trying to pass, seeing if he can move his knees through. And there's a hammer fist.
Good shots there by Grant.
Big left hands here. Lazy King having to try and wrestle out of that.
He's got a hold on the wrists of Grant.
Lazy King wants to grapple.
Is he holding the gloves though? Referee's taking a good look there. He's bleeding from the nose.
Good right hand from Lazy King. And then the low kick to the calf. Combination from Grant. Lazy King almost caught him off balance. Here's a takedown. He's got a hold of him. Now he's got him on his back. Abdoul Abdouraguimov.
He's going for it.
Lacing in.
Does he have enough space though at the fence?
He's got the hands together. See if he can push that arm all the way through.
He's so strong in this position. 1 minute to go.
No, is what Jack Grant is saying here.
The wag of the finger says he's just fine.
He's got a Japanese necktie here.
But that is a nasty
hit the gas
finish. Jack Grant is in trouble here.
If Abdouraguimov can push his hips forward, break that neck, you see Jack Grant is in a serious position here.
Look at the leg, look at the hyperextension on the knee as well. The clamp of Abdouraguimov is something else.
It's really difficult to finish the darts from this position in half guard, but you can go for that Japanese necktie, but really good defense by Jack Grant.
He could really do with walking Jack Grant's hips back to the fence. In this position, he doesn't have a lot of space to start cinching this up. With him up against the fence, it's going to restrict his movement.
Final 10 seconds of a very interesting round number one. Lazy King will hammer away on the ears of Jack Grant and try once again to readjust that grip.
Ready? Fight!
Abdoul Abdouraguimov is in the black with the calf kick. Jack Grant is in the green, offering another calf kick to his opponent.
Mind games by Jack Grant.
Don't want to give up too many of them.
We can see the bruising on that lead leg though already of Jack Grant from that calf kick.
Lazy King might need to be careful about getting walked back into the smart cage barrier by a welterweight as large as Jack Grant. Nice hook. Another from Abdoul.
Good left hook there. Double change. He's got a leg.
Nice defense here from Jack Grant.
Expect the Lazy King to sit out in a moment. Especially if he can get that leg free. Look at the flexibility, the dexterity of the hips of Lazy King. This is why he's so dangerous in tight positions. He folds up into a suitcase and explodes out with tremendous power.
Strong work there on the exit from Abdoul. Overhand right just misses. Calf kick lands.
A lot of power in those, man.
I think that one hurt Lazy King, to be honest.
Good jab. One offered back by Jack Grant. Little jump check there. They'll continue the fight. Good again, level change head outside.
Good defense by Grant.
Grant trying to grab and isolate this heel hook. A couple of times to get all the way out.
And the arm. What can he do with it? He's going for arm and guillotine. Can he finish it? He's got it.
Nice science. Look at the leg across the back. That's what's holding Jack Grant into this position.
He's only got one leg, can't control the hips on the way. Trying to move into the mount. Jack Grant negates it.
You can see this wrap around the neck here. This is what Jack Grant has to deal with. His head is popped out. Now he's got his grip around the back of Lazy King here to hold him into this position. But Lazy King is an expert at passing the guard from this position.
Incredible grappling attacks and defense on display here in Paris. Halfway through round number two.
This is why Jack Grant has never been submitted in his pro MMA career. Excellent defense so far. Nice knee by Grant.
Here in these clinch exchanges, you can really see the size difference in these welterweights. Halfway through this fight, does the pure mass of Jack Grant become a factor as Abdoul tries to carry it?
Good knees by Grant there.
Offered that one all the way up over his shoulder.
Very tight on the strikes here for 14 to 11 in favor of Abdouraguimov. 1 of 2 takedowns as well. And I don't think it's going to be the last takedown we see.
Good position exit there from Abdoul Abdouraguimov. Nice right hand from Jack Grant. 90 seconds left in round 2.
Nice front kicks to the shin bone there. We don't see that very often, but if you can find an opportunity. Oh!
Lazy King tries to roll through after Grant tries to take his back.
Good hammer fist again from Jack Grant.
Strong top work here from Grant. Lazy King
trying to look up a leg. Palm strikes from Grant. He had some good ones in the first round as well.
Abdouraguimov's talking to Jack Grant. He's on his side here. I think he's going to need to dig that right arm underhook to create a scramble.
Come on, boy, drop.
Nice drop of Jack Grant here.
And Abdul has been in this position before. He's been on the bottom against a bigger opponent, and he still managed to get the finish in the last round. Jack Grant needs to be very cautious, even when the Lazy King seems like he might be being a little bit lazy.
Nice knee to the body there from Jack Grant. Trying to get a hold of the wrist, but another good knee by Grant.
Solid knee to the body there from Jack Grant, who was using those in the first round as well.
Round 2 in the books. We will see the third and final frame. Last round in our co-main event in Paris. Jack Grant is in the green. Lazy King, Abdoul Abdouraguimov, is in the black. We keep talking about how tough it is to score the roll attempt. Try to rolling kick. Big John McCarthy. What do your scorecards look like?
You know, right now I have the Lazy King up. You know, you take a look at the submission attempts, and that last one with the guillotine, just like Stefan was talking about, it was tight. That's putting Jack Grant in danger. He's not doing enough with his striking to make it back up. So right now I have the Lazy King up 2-0.
Right now, Jack Grant on the back of the Lazy King.
Very interesting.
Probably ill-advised on that wild kick rolling attempt.
And you get the other leg in.
Good work by the Lazy King to get back to his feet here. Jack Grant is putting all kinds of force into the lower back of the Lazy King, but he doesn't have both of his hooks in play. Lazy King's trying to push Jack Grant's head away, and he could break this grip on the back of the legs. He might be able to shake himself free.
Grant needs to be careful that he doesn't slide off here, being slippery in the third round. Abdouraguimov is looking for just that, I think. Excellent control here by Jack Grant. Big compliment for Jack Grant. The way he's fighting, he's really controlling the fight.
Good work by Lazy King here, pitching Jack Grant forward again. Forcing Jack Grant to use a lot of leg strength to hold himself in this position.
Can he end up on top? He's twisting. There he goes. Good scramble. Gets himself out of that.
And now Lazy King with 3 minutes to go.
Can he do it again?
Is on the back of Jack Grant.
Oh, beautiful scramble by Jack Grant.
And you see the scramble and then the movement immediately to advanced position by Jack Grant. Trying to stay a step ahead of the Lazy King, who can't really lean on his lazy style right now. Here we go again.
Goes into him again.
Fantastic.
Interesting.
He's perched on that butterfly hook, and now he's cleared it. Now can he really clear the full
2.5 minutes to go?
Well, he's got that left underhook, which could keep him in this side control position.
You can see Jack Grant is building a wall here. Now he scoots himself out, turned to his knees. But Lazy King is on the neck again. You can see him threatening that.
Anaconda choke.
Yes, he's in
Can
the
he lock up the
armpit.
bicep though? Yes, there he goes. He's got
There's
it.
the anaconda.
Oh, with it.
And he's got the leg.
Leg again. Look at the control on the leg here.
Jack Grant just wags the finger every time one of these submission attempts looks so tight.
Look at this grip here on the bicep for the Lazy King. That is so difficult for Jack Grant to release because it's buried in his armpit.
Jack Grant is pushing his arm out, his elbow out. That's what's saving him right now. That's taking the pressure out of his neck, his right arm.
Look at this tangle. You can see the leg here tangled up by Lazy King. You can see this figure 4 grip that he's got on the head and arm as well.
It's not tight enough.
Jack Grant's saying no, but this is a deep submission attempt and it looks good on the judges' scorecards. And Lazy King still has the grip. That looks incredibly tight. I am amazed that Jack Grant has not passed out yet.
I don't know where Jack Grant is finding the space to breathe and keep the blood flowing, but he is.
I don't think Abdouraguimov's arm is deep enough because he's just barely got the bicep with his fingers. He can't squeeze enough. His bicep is sliding up.
Trying to stay on top. Lazy King for now does. He had to let go of the real choke attempt there. Excellent defensive work all 3 rounds.
Less than a minute to go. Can Jack Grant stay unsubmittable is the question. It's been incredible so far, this grappling exchange. And it's really tested Lazy King, which is what we were hoping for. Jack Grant is a tough veteran. He's going to get his neck clear of this, though. The judges are going to be counting this against him for sure. You can just feel that Lazy King is waiting for Jack Grant to try and scramble, so he can just tighten this up a little bit. Just tighten it a little bit.
He's going to survive, though.
Final 10 seconds. Jack Grant pulls his head all the way out. Lazy King was those were nasty, and now maybe one more squeeze on the neck. No, he'll punch his way to the barrel. Lazy King! Does he ascend the throne again?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 scores about 30-27 for Abdoul-Abdouraguimov. Judge Mohammed Kamala scores about 29-28 for Grant. And Judge David Leatherby scores about 29-28 for your winner via split decision. Abdoul Abdouraguimov.
A hard-fought and hard-earned victory for the Lazy King. And you can see the respect and appreciation between these two guys. A fantastic performance from both of them. Just not quite enough for Jack Grant to get 2 judges to see it his way. The Lazy King is with Sean O'Connell. Let's get it over. Let's get it over to Sean O'Connell, see what the Lazy King's got to say.
The Lazy King, ladies and gentlemen, victorious by decision this time. So many tight submission attempts, but he refused to tap. Did you think the Darce or the guillotine or any of those was going to get you the submission victory?
Like always, first of all, thank you everybody for the support. Merci beaucoup. Paris, France, us. And yes, I tried to finish like always. I said I'm here for the finish. This time I didn't get it. But no matter what, I continue. I tried until the end. But he's a real black belt. Now we have the confirmation. So it was very close, but I didn't get it. But I'm happy I get the win.
Fais la réponse en français, du coup tu parles français, ce serait dommage quand même.
Donc merci beaucoup à tout le monde, comme toujours pour le support. Ça me fait plaisir, merci. Oh ça! Et comme toujours, j'essaie de finir le combat. J'ai pas réussi cette fois, mais j'ai essayé jusqu'au bout. Voilà, c'est une vraie ceinture noire en fait. Parce que des fois, il y a des fausses ceintures noires. Donc merci beaucoup. Oussa.
Abdoul, this is the largest MMA event in the history of this country, and you are the co-main event. What does it mean to take home a win in this arena, in this environment?
For me, any win is very important because it's part of the big journey. So I'm of course happy to be part of this historical event, and we hope to continue the journey. Let's see what will be tomorrow. So je suis content que j'ai une victoire, comme toujours, ça fait partie de toutes mes victoires, font partie de la journée, de l'aventure. En fait, merci beaucoup tout le monde. Si vous avez aimé le Lazy Show, cette fois, désolé, j'ai pas eu le finish, mais j'essaye. Lazy Show, ça continue. Oh ça! juste pour l'égalité, parce que la France, il y a liberté, égalité, fraternité. Comme le prochain combat, vous savez, on dit beaucoup, Baki, t'es mort. On va dire maintenant, Cédric, t'es mort! Cédric, t'es mort! Cédric, t'es mort! Juste pour l'égalité, c'est tout. Woo! Justice, I'm for justice. Yes.
Lazy King, ladies and gentlemen. Doumbé, 32 years of age. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 is 22. Both men 5 feet 8 inches tall. Reach advantage on the arms belongs to Cédric Doumbé. Both men turned in a 41-inch measurement on the leg.
All right, keys to victory, Cédric Doumbé, of course, defend early takedowns. Counter-punching will be the safer route than leading. Scramble to safety, of course, for 𝗟𝗪𝗠𝗏. Establish that jab, pop, pop. Set up the takedown, of course, and the jab will be a big part of that. And then if you can trap Cédric against the fence, that is where Baki does his best work.
The voice of our smart cage, Andy Shepherd, one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paris, France, we have arrived at our main event of the evening, and the world is watching! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 170.4 pounds, and he holds a perfect professional record of 7 wins and no losses. Fighting out of Paris, France, by Songu, Baki Shamsulinov. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 170.2 pounds, and he holds an undefeated record of 5 victories and no defeats. All 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Paris, France, Cédric the Best Doumbé. And your referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Okay, gentlemen, you understand the rules. You find the listen to me at all times. Keep yourself protected. When I say stop, you stop. If you want to touch, do it now. If you want to touch, do it now. God bless. Cédric.
Cédric Doumbé in the black trunks. Baki Shamsulinov in the green. 2 undefeated fighters.
Ready, ready.
There we go. Touching the gloves. And the low stance again for Cédric Doumbé.
Special fights, the heart is pounding.
Look at the width of Baki Shamsulinov's back.
Cédric's trying to tempt Baki to throw so he can counter. Smart move. If he throws first, Baki's going to level change. There it is.
There's the kick. Perfect job by Baki Shamsulinov. Very interesting scenario.
Cédric Doumbé on his back. Butterfly hooks in.
Shamsulinov is so incredibly strong in this position. Butterflies.
What a stand up there by Cédric Doumbé. Confidence builder for the kickboxing world champion. under the overhand right from Baki.
Threatens the rear legs, Doumbé. I think he's going to start thinking about that rear knee. Now he's got the timing of Baki's level change. And you can see how tentative Baki is to throw any strikes in his direction. Oh, kick catch.
Nice snap single there. Great scramble by Doumbé yet again. Can he get back up? No.
Baki wrestles all the way to the top, and again, here's those butterfly hooks. Cédric Doumbé on his back for the second time in this fight. 2 minutes gone.
Staying very calm, and 𝗟𝗪𝗏's not taking any risks because he's afraid Doumbé is going to pop right back up again.
This hand control here is fantastic. You can see Doumbé's got the butterfly hooks on the inside. He's not allowing Baki to pass his guard. Beautiful work here for Baki though. Now he's starting to circle around in this direction. He's past the half guard. Doumbé's got the overhook. He's got the frame on the inside of the bicep as well. He's doing all the right things.
Beautiful job there,
Baki floats and stays on the back of Cédric Doumbé. Baki 𝗟𝗪𝗏 wanted to be in these positions, wants to wrestle in this fight. Wear out the legs and the hips for Cédric Doumbé. Take away his striking power.
Impressed so far.
Oh, trying to create space, but beautiful takedown by 𝗟𝗪𝗏.
Impressed so far by Doumbé's grappling skills. Of course, they're almost entirely defensive, but he's able to create space very easily. Same again here with the butterfly hooks. Doumbé using those inside frames so he can control Baki's striking. I expect Doumbé to pop up to his feet any moment here. Maybe even tempt Baki with a back exposure to see if he'll chase that rear naked choke. 𝗟𝗪𝗏 right now.
Good jabs there by Baki.
I think Cédric's allowing him to throw those jabs, so he's trying to build his confidence in the striking range so he can play there a little bit. That overhand right's coming in a moment. If Baki commits to that jab again, Doumbé's looping over the top.
There's a good jab by Doumbé.
Final 10 seconds of round number one. Baki with another jab.
Super low stance for Doumbé, making that lead leg look very difficult to get to.
And at the end for Baki. John O'Connell, Stephen Struve, Dan Hardy. Cage side, inside the cage on main event. Cédric Doumbé sold out this 8-car building in 20 minutes or so against Baki 𝗟𝗪𝗏, who took round one with the grappling.
That right hand's coming over the top for Doumbé. I feel like he's tempting Baki to throw that jab, offering him a target so he can slip it. There it is again. Look at it.
Baki is, I think, faster than Doumbé might have at first anticipated with his strikes. Hasn't yet been able to uncork anything. John McCarthy, round number one, very interesting. What do you think?
It definitely was. Baki absolutely won it, but you got to look at Doumbé. Go back to the very first kickboxing champion in MMA, Maurice Smith. Used a butterfly guard, took his time, was relaxed, and that's what I'm seeing out of Doumbé. So at 22 years of age, is Baki going to start to get frustrated when he can't hold him down?
Doumbé starting to show that uppercut.
That's a good left hook from Doumbé.
No pressure now. Shot to the body. Quickness on display here from 𝗟𝗪𝗏 as well.
Good discipline from Baki. A 22-year-old individual undefeated, walking out into this crowd. He's managing himself and his emotions very well.
That time he threw the right hand. Cédric made him miss. But it's been all defense for Cédric mostly. Miss with the left. Good jab.
Doumbé's not throwing the leg kicks anymore. That's what it was.
Stumbled Baki. It looked like he was preparing the level change. And there's a hundred of hands for Cédric Doumbé.
Doumbé is still not throwing that right hand over the top. And I think that's because he doesn't want Baki to know it's coming. I think he's being very, very patient here, drawing the jab. When Baki comes, he's going to slip. Come over the top with that right hand. Great work with the lead hand from Doumbé so far. Jabs to the head, jabs to the body. Shows the uppercut again.
𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's wrestling has taken the legs of Cédric Doumbé out of the first portion of the second round. You can see the comfort Cédric Doumbé has in the striking. He's willing to hang his head out there. Oh! There's another quick jab.
That was incredibly accurate considering Baki was level changing at the same time. Jabbing to the ball.
Good level change again by Baki. Can Doumbé stay on his feet? Here's the body lock from Baki.
Down, he's down on one knee. Doumbé's got it under on the left side. Good job there.
Cédric.
Right from Margot, a quick cheeky fence grab there from Doumbé.
Doumbé staying relaxed here. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓 pressuring heavy, but not yet reaching down to the legs.
Gotta hold his wrist and break free.
Back to the center they go. This time 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓 claims the real estate in the middle.
Oh, that was a good jab.
𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓 caught Cédric Doumbé coming in.
Very interesting. Doumbé really struggling to get going with his striking here.
Baki's jab is lightning quick, and he's being very disciplined in not overcommitting to any of his strikes, exposing gaps and holes for Doumbé to take advantage of. There's another of those jabs.
Baki's being very patient, but he's not really scoring much. Doumbé with constant pressure, landing a jab now and then.
That jab is getting a little bit more meaningful for Baki. He has to be very careful.
The first one, and it landed. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓 shrugs it off. Incredible toughness.
He's walking him down more and more.
We're going to see that rear knee come in a moment. They're showing all kinds of center channel attacks, uppercuts and knees to try and discourage that level change. That doesn't mean he won't fire that when he sees the opportunity. 10 seconds to go.
Good head movement there from Baki. And another finish. Cédric Doumbé maybe loosening up here for round number 3. PFL Europe, Paris, opening the season, and this is your main event. Cédric Doumbé in the black, Bicegor, Baki, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓 in the green. Right hand up to the hook, and a good sprawl, and now Doumbé swinging away. Confidence builder, shrugging off that takedown attempt from Baki.
Both guys opening up in the third.
I believe this is the deciding round. It makes more sense than ever.
Incredible energy in the arena.
Bill Burr told me Big John McCarthy's got this one around the piece. The right hand landed again for Doumbé. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗓 so tough. Snaps his head right back around. He's been hit solidly by the kickboxing world champion many times.
You can't stop. You can't stop. You got to keep going.
Cédric Doumbé indicating something wrong with his foot or toe. splint. I think there might be a sliver in Cédric Doumbé's toe.
Huh?
Tell me.
Second time?
Yes. He stopped. You don't fight. That's twice. You can't. You know we can't do that. You can't call a timeout.
I understand what you say. But the second time, I didn't say I don't want to fight.
Cédric, you can't.
I understand, referee.
You did.
Referee, I understand what you say. I can't stop the fight. The first time you told me.
Yes.
The second time, he talked to you.
No, I told you to keep fighting, Cédric. You stood back and said, no, you can't. That's a TKO, bro.
So you hear the case being made by Mark
Yeah, he
Goddard.
told me. You see what he did twice.
Big John McCarthy, you heard, I'm sure, what Goddard was just explaining to Cédric Doumbé. You heard the case being made by Cédric. What's going on here?
What's going on is you had Cédric Doumbé say that he has something wrong with his foot. You can't call a timeout. Now, if something was done by an incident indicates it was a foul, Mark Goddard would call a time to it and take care of the problem. But when Cédric Doumbé says, oh, my foot, and then he tells him, no, fight on, and then he again goes back to he's got a problem with his foot, that's a self-inflicted injury or an injury that was caused by something fair in the fight. You're trying to call a timeout to gain something in that. Mark Goddard is completely right in this. It is a TKO victory for Baki.
Just an unbelievably unfortunate turn of events here in a main event that was just heating up in round number 3. Some confusion and a pause in the action from Cédric Doumbé. An apparent sliver, maybe a toe injury.
Looks like a
I mean, that close-up makes it look like there's a sliver in his toe.
the cage, maybe. Talk about an anticlimax.
You told me twice. You can't stop the fight. You tried to stop the fight twice. Very clear.
You can see he's favoring the foot, he's favoring the toe. Wincing at something. Mark Goddard says you can't stop the fight, there's no timeouts, fight on. Baki is questioning a touch of the gloves. So Baki Shamsudinov looks to Mark Goddard and says he's not fighting, he doesn't want to fight. And Mark Goddard calls the fight on that. Controversial, to say the least. Big John McCarthy says it's the right call. This is going to be seen and evaluated in replay over and over and over again. And very, very unfortunate, anticlimactic result here in our main event. We'll make it official with Andy Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a halt to the action at 1 minute and 21 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner via TKO by Abdoul Abdouraguimov.
La première fois, il m'a dit, ouais, tu peux pas arrêter. J'ai dit, ouais, d'accord. Et la deuxième fois, c'est pas qu'il m'a dit, ouais, arrête. Ah, mais je peux pas, j'ai dit, c'est pas pris mon optique. Ouais, je sais. Et il voulait pas parler, c'est pas grave, on va.
What we have right now, if you're looking, when you see Baki, he does back up, but when you see Cédric Doumbé say, I have something wrong with my foot, there's nothing that's been done that's illegal, so he's going to have to fight through the injury. It's what we call self-inflicted. And then you see them start to go, and Baki stops like, hey, you don't want to fight. and Cédric again looks at Marc Goddard and points to his foot, illustrating that he has an injury to his foot. Once that's done, Marc Goddard has got to call the fight. The fight is over. It is a technical knockout victory for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 based upon what we call a self-inflicted injury.
All right, let's get this over to Sean.
I'm here with Cédric Doumbé. We'll get to the winner, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in just a moment. Cédric, explain for me, if you will, first in English, then in French, if you don't mind, what just happened in your view?
Une épine. Un bout de verre. Comment tu dis une épine?
Une épine dans le pied. Une épine dans le pied. Un bout de verre dans le pied.
Un bout de verre.
Glass, he felt like a glass in his feet.
Non, dis-moi juste le terme, un bout de glace.
A sliver, you have glass in your foot?
In English first? First of all, thank you for everyone to watch the fight. Attendez. Laissez-moi expliquer en anglais d'abord, après on va parler français. So, I didn't want to stop the fight, and, not at all. I wanted to fight, of course, as everybody saw. But I have like a small, I still have, because I don't want to remove it. I don't want people to say I'm a liar. I have a small glass on my foot. I don't know, inside the cage. So it's hurting me. I just want to remove it and keep going. So the referee told me, you can't stop. I say, okay. I wanted to fight. And then my opponent, he's looking at me. He's saying that something is annoying me. He said, just remove it. And then we stopped both together, looking at the referee, and then he stopped the fight. It's not his fault, of course. That's not his fault. That's just the referee's fault. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't even know what to say. You know, I still have the thing on my toes. I really don't know what to say, you know. I wanted to fight. I don't understand.
Expliquez en français, du coup, à la...
Bon, d'abord,
passé.
merci à tout le monde d'être là, franchement, public de malade mental. Franchement, je me mets à votre place, je suis dégoûté. Je voulais voir un combat de malade mental, pas un combat qui s'arrête comme ça. Première chose, c'est pas de sa faute. Faites du bruit pour 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, c'est pas de sa faute du tout. Lui, il est venu pour en découdre. Donc si on doit mêler quelqu'un, c'est pas lui, c'est l'arbitre. Non. non, je rigole. Alors je vais expliquer, en fait, on était en train de combattre et j'ai senti qu'il y avait un bout de verre ou un bout de bois, j'arrive pas à voir ce que c'est. C'est un bout de verre dans mon orteil, mon pouce gauche, et ça me gênait. Du coup, j'ai dit à l'arbitre, il me dit qu'on peut pas arrêter le combat. Je dis ok, je continue, mais je sens qu'il y a un bout de verre en fait. Du coup, je le dis à 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, je dis frérot, il y a un truc qui me gêne. Il me dit, bah enlève-le. Je lui dis, bah ouais, je vais l'enlever. Et là, l'arbitre, il arrête. J'ai rien compris, franchement, je sais même pas quoi vous dire. L'arbitre, il a arrêté, il me dit, tu peux pas arrêter le combat. Je lui ai expliqué. Je lui ai dit, mais j'ai pas arrêté le combat, c'est l'arbitre. Je comprends pas, tu vois.
Before we let you go, Cédric, clearly this is not settled. This is not the climax, this is not the finish anybody wanted. Do you want to run it back? Would you like to fight 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 again?
Bon, là, il vient de me parler français avec sa cravate. En vrai, la question, je me la pose pas à moi. Est-ce que vous voulez voir le fight encore? Et je pense que 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, il veut pas le refaire, il veut le faire. Parce que là, le fight, il s'est pas fait. Est-ce que tu es d'accord? Je sais pas. Donc, of course, bien sûr que je veux faire le combat. Je vous jure, hein, là, je parle avec l'émotion et tout. Je vous jure, je ne comprends pas ce qui se passe. Je ne sais pas pourquoi l'arbitre a arrêté le combat. Je ne comprends vraiment pas et je suis très déçu que ça se finisse comme ça. Donc, bien sûr, je veux refaire le combat. Je veux faire le combat. Of course, I want to fight.
Thank you, Cédric. 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, please. 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, you won the first round with your wrestling. Your jab was looking good. And then the fight gets called off because of a strange situation, an injury, something in Cédric's foot. How are you feeling right now? It's a win for you, but this is not how you wanted to win.
Comment vous vous sentez? Évidemment, vous l'emportez, mais bon, c'est évidemment pas la façon dont vous vouliez gagner ce soir.
Je vais répondre en français parce que mon anglais n'est pas encore bien amélioré, je vais travailler dessus. Tout d'abord, je tiens à remercier toute la salle. Merci d'être venu pour ce combat exceptionnel.
He'd like to thank first the crowd for coming for this exceptional event, and he's going to work on his English soon, but yeah, he's going to answer in French.
Ensuite, j'aimerais aussi dire mes félicitations à Cédric. Il faut savoir que Cédric, c'est une légende de son sport dans le kickboxing. Donc franchement, c'était un honneur pour moi de l'affronter. Et comme vous l'avez dit, c'est pas la manière que je voulais gagner. Après, malheureusement, un combat pour moi, je le vois comme le champ de bataille. Une blessure et les choses imprévues font partie du combat, même si ça reste sportif. Maintenant, j'ai vu que mon adversaire... Ah non, je vais laisser poser les questions d'abord.
I'm going to translate what you said. So, of course, a lot of respect for Cédric. This is not the way he wanted to win. He's a legend, a kickboxing legend, so this is definitely not the way he wanted to win. And yeah, he'd like to thank the whole crowd for coming tonight.
So, Baki, can we see it again? Baki, do you want to fight Cédric again and settle it for real?
Est-ce que tu veux encore le combattre, évidemment?
Alors, il faut savoir que ce combat, je l'ai accepté car c'était une très belle opportunité dans ma carrière. Beaucoup plus pour l'aspect légende à affronter que pour l'argent gagné. Je suis prêt à faire une revanche, mais bien sûr, il faudra aligner les billets. Je sais que le PFL, vous avez les moyens. Faites en sorte que ce combat se refasse dans une salle encore plus grande. Ici, c'est petit, je pensais que c'était plus grand. J'espérais voir beaucoup plus loin. Je pensais que j'allais même pas voir l'autre bout de la salle. Franchement, si j'étais trop à l'aise, j'aimerais avoir un peu de pression. Donc, si possible, on pourrait le refaire en plus grand.
He said, of course, he would like to beat him again, but in a bigger stadium and with more money. He knows that PFL has a lot of money, so yeah, with more money, he'll definitely come back. And a bigger stadium because he didn't have a lot of pressure tonight.
The sold-out Acor, not enough pressure for Baki. I hope we see this again. Thank you, merci. One last word.
Bon les amis, j'espère que vous avez kiffé. On a montré la beauté de ce sport. Il n'y a pas d'animosité entre nous. Oui, on est toujours rival. Parce que je dois tenir ma promesse, je dois l'éteindre. Donc le combat, on va le faire si ça se fait. Mais juste, on voulait vous dire un truc. Tous les deux, tout ça c'est n'importe quoi. Vous savez, la chose la plus importante en ce moment, elle arrive dans quelques jours. Et Inch'Allah, ça va bien se passer. Donc grosse force à tous les musulmans. Et on est des frères.
In English now, please.
On est des frères avant tout. Et tout ça, c'est que du sport. I just want to say thank you for everyone to watch the fight. We still rival. We want to do this fight again. I made a promise. I will knock him out. I have to back it up. He's a good guy. The most important is that we are brothers in Islam. We are Muslim, and the most important thing is coming is Ramadan. So I want to thank all the Muslims and also all the other people. Merci à tout le monde, les musulmans comme les non-musulmans. Et c'est que du sport.
Thank you both. I hope we see it again, and I hope we see it again soon. Merci Paris. Good night.
Hey, what's up, guy? This Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.